set, hut, hut.
As the hills of West Virginia resound with the sound of Golden Blue football.
Almost heaven, West Virginia.
Now let's bring on the Mountaineers. Goes around about the 50 to 10 to 5. A touchdown, West Virginia. He did it.
He did it. Patrick White. Touchdown, Tay Von Austin.
The Don Nehlen's Mountaineers enjoy walking in where angels feared to tread.
I think you think that these guys are going to fall over dead for you. Well, I got news for you. They're going to punch you right in the mouth. It's Mountaineer pride!
Nothing cheap, nothing dirty, but West Virginia football. West Virginia football.
We've no doubt tonight they shouldn't have played the old Golden Blue. Not this night!
They've done it. They've done it. A perfect season. And the Mountaineers, for the first time in history, undefeated and untied.
Don Nehlen and his Mountaineers, for the second time, have finished a regular season with an unblemished mark.
Ain't no stopping the Golden Blue.
It is a great night to be a Mountaineer wherever you may be.
What's going on, Mountaineer Nation? Welcome into a special edition CRW live stream here tonight. Something that we've done throughout football season. Started it last year for the away games. Of course, we don't get to do it for a lot of the home games because Steven and I have season tickets. We're there a lot. Brad makes the trip out a lot as well. So for a lot of the away games, we did game watch-along. So we decided, hey, let's do one for basketball tonight. I actually was supposed to work today, but snowstorm, of course, down here in the southern part of the state. Wasn't able to do that, so instead I was like, hey, I'm actually home for a basketball game for once. Haven't got to watch a ton of these. I was like, let's do one of these watch parties for the basketball game. So if you don't know, it's going to be on CBS Sports Network. Obviously can't show the game on screen, but you turn it on your end. I'll have it on over here. Kind of commentate about it a little bit, chat about what's going on, and have some fun throughout the WVU basketball game tonight. An important one, really. WVU and BYU, identical records, identical conference records. Actually, we got a couple minutes before we get into tip here. Steven should be popping in any minute as well, but just to showcase the importance of this game, really, you see right here a log jam at 7, 8, and 9, three teams with 6 and 6 conference records, and then Baylor right there at 7 and 6. But BYU, one of them, you see the identical records. Both teams 15 and 8, both teams 6 and 6 in conference. So should be a fun one. True blue game for the Mountaineers, which funny enough, they're actually wearing white uniforms, which I wasn't expecting. Wasn't expecting to see that. Just saw that on Twitter right before we started. What's going on? See, Matt Dix popped in, said stop by to give some love to the Mountaineers. Picked against them tonight, but doesn't mean that he's not rooting for them. He said when I pick them, they lose like 90%. So a little reverse psychology there, I guess, Matt. Trying to get that going. We got channel members in here. WVU-BYU-82 says let's go Mountaineers, and using some of the awesome channel member emojis. Another channel member, Trey Edwards, says let's go Mountaineers, Trey. Eric Flowers says it's a good idea. Still looking for the nice fellas from Malaysia or wherever that stream the games on YouTube. Yeah, I'm sure one will pop up sooner or later. Hey, and there's the man himself popping in. Hey, what's up, Steven?
What's up, everybody? Can you hear me?
Yeah, sound good, man.
Sweet, man. I was making sure
Looks
all my
good,
stuff
too.
is set. I was kind of in a hurry. Sorry about being delayed, guys.
Hey, no
Trying to get
worries, man. You made it in before tip-off. That's all that matters.
Now I'm trying to get tip-off on TV.
Yeah, we'll make sure we're synced up here in a second.
Oh, it's making me go through and re-sign into everything. That's the problem having a game on CBS Sports.
CBS Sports Network.
Sports Network after having 50 of them on ESPN Plus.
I know we finally get one on ESPN or something here soon. I think the Baylor game maybe is the next one that is something like that. I saw it.
I don't understand how there's
Yeah,
this few amount of games.
After this, Baylor and Cincinnati are both on ESPN2 after this one. So we get 2 in a row on ESPN2 at least, and then the rest are ESPN Plus or CBS Sports Network, looks like.
Yeah, and then you'll have, obviously, the tournament games and stuff will be on there.
Let me know when you get yours up, and we'll see if we're synced up.
Should be in there in just a second. We'll have it on there just in time, it looks like.
Perfect.
All right, yeah, I'm waiting on it to load. Tell you where I'm at.
I think West Virginia is favored by 2.5 is the line I saw, last line I saw. So we'll see. That's
I mean,
probably
on
the home
paper,
court
man, there's
advantage.
really evenly matched.
Yeah,
Oh,
super
sorry
evenly
about
matched.
that, you
Both teams shoot
guys.
the threes well. Everything.
Showing them in the tunnel right now.
Let's see, mine just showed the Coliseum. Did your show? Let me know when yours shows the Coliseum.
Okay, it just got back from a commercial break, I assume.
Okay. I'm gonna pause mine to link up with yours.
Have you watched them run out on the court? Okay,
Yeah.
they're back in the studio
Mine's
now.
probably a little bit ahead. I think mine's a little bit ahead of yours. I'm gonna pause mine to link up with yours. Yeah, I heard Brad Howell say that West Virginia, I think, is 11-2 when they make 9 threes at least in a game. So it's a key number to look out for tonight. 9 threes.
Yeah, I'd say that's I mean, I'm not surprised by that. West Virginia's lived and died by that 3 all year long. It just you couldn't really tell that they were dying by it until the last couple of games when they really couldn't make that.
Yeah, when they haven't
They
been
just
able
were
to
so
hit
good
it,
at
that's
it
when
for
you
so long.
noticed.
Hey, a
What,
little Brad Howell appearance on there. Showed him on national TV in the background.
So mine's showing West Virginia Mountaineers net ranking and NCAA prediction.
That's what mine's. Yep. And that little graphic just went down to the bottom.
Yep, and it was showing Javon with it.
Yep.
Okay, I think
so
we're pretty
synced
much
up.
right on, linked up then.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Totally sweet. Oh, dude, have you tried these yet? These old
Man, no, I've been hearing
blackberries?
so much about them, and every time I go to get them, they're sold out. I think
They're
everybody
really
else has
good.
got the word. Got the
Well, I'll
word
tell
out
you,
too.
because my wife likes them, and she don't even like Dr. Pepper.
Really?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, I do like Dr. Pepper, but I'll tell you, it was the strawberries and cream ones.
I still think that's
those
the
are
best one.
Gas.
Blackberry's close to it, but the strawberry and cream's still my favorite, I think.
Yeah.
I love the cherry, Dr. Pepper cherry, too. That's good as well.
That one's
I'm a
also
big
very
Dr. Pepper
good.
guy when I do drink.
Man,
occasional
whatever the
soda.
concoction is of those 23 flavors that they use, man, they're the perfect ones.
I'd like to have
They're
the
just
recipe.
right. They're just right.
Let's see. Joshua Jones, score prediction. You got anything off the top of your head, Steven?
Oh shit. It's going to be purely a guess because I have been so delved into the books here the past few days. I haven't really had a chance to look at this game specifically, but if I had to go, I'd say 68, 62, maybe even a little bit further away.
I like it. I hope
Might not be that close.
if we can hold them down like that, I like our chance. I think they average close to 80 or something like that. I think I heard somebody saying one of the previews I did get a chance to listen to, but I'll say I think we're going to get the win because it's at home. If it was at BYU, it might feel a little bit different. I'm going to go 72 to 68.
Pulled the wrong lever. Sorry about that. This is why we always do the watch-alongs at Crew's house, because I'll be doing shit like this.
Right, man. You're all good, brother. Get comfy.
Oh, man.
Well, Bill, I wish we could, man, but no, we can't show it on screen. But you guys turn it on your end. We always got it on our end, and we can chat about it.
Yeah, hopefully one day this podcast will reach that level of being able to broadcast it on our own. But as of right now, we will unfortunately get in a little bit of trouble for doing that.
YouTube will strike us down.
I'll tell you.
I mean, I wouldn't mind
YouTube
to do it just for the copyright, but the thing is, if you do it like while you're on a live stream, they'll just straight up it'll just end the stream. So
yeah,
be pointless. They would just end the stream. So.
And they're quick with it too, man. YouTube's got a whole team of people that's just sitting there watching too.
Yeah, well, it's probably mostly bots.
Mostly, yeah, but I would say that there's a small contingent of actual real people that watch some of this stuff
that
too.
would be that would be the most boring job, just having to search and find stuff to strike down.
I would hate that. I would hate the job itself and like what it is. You know what I mean? Like just shutting people's, more or less their livelihoods down. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that make a lot of money off of YouTube. and their sole job is to just take that away and ban
It seems
accounts.
like even like stuff that's supposed to be fair use, like a lot of movie studios have been copyright striking like any trailer reactions and stuff, especially Warner Brothers and Universal. Those are the two ones that are really bad for doing it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, sorry for promoting your movie for free. Sorry.
Yeah, no doubt. That's the thing, like with Disney suing like all the people. That's who's most famous, in my opinion, of suing people for,
Oh gosh.
and name, image, and likeness or whatever. But I'm like, it's free advertising. I mean,
Did you
essentially
hear
for you
about
guys,
the,
y'all ain't hurting for money.
Did you hear about the person that got hurt in like the Disney park, and like Disney wouldn't like help pay them or help them out or anything because basically like the terms of Disney Plus or something that's in the terms of Disney Plus. So basically it's like if you have Disney Plus and you get hurt at Disney, like you're screwed. It's like because they had Disney Plus, they wouldn't like get any money from Disney at the park that they got where they got hurt one of their parks. It was insane. It's a crazy story.
That is very insane.
Yeah.
It sounds
ridiculous.
like it should be illegal as fuck, but so do a lot of things.
Should be. Should
Yeah.
be.
First season as BYU head coach. Also, that even adds to, I didn't realize that either, but
I
that
didn't know he was a first-year coach.
even adds to the similarities of these two teams.
Good point. Trey says someone reported that Powell was limping back to the locker room after shoot-around. Hope not. But he says he is in the starting lineup, so hopefully he's all good.
I hope. I hope.
All right.
Here we go. Dude jumping the ball for BYU looks like Zion. Oh my gosh.
Has Toby been doing the jump ball, or is that new?
I think sometimes he does it. Sometimes they've had Eduardo do it at least. once or
Andre, I
twice.
guess where maybe Hansberry's starting, I guess.
West Virginia coming out and really like a lot of pressure defensively.
Lock them down, lock them down. BYU with a runner.
Ooh,
With
running
the
shot.
offensive glass.
For a 4-on-1 board.
Another runner
Offensive board.
off the mark. Good D. Good D on the opening possession for the Mountaineers.
Jonathan Powell rebound there. Must not be too much pain if he is.
Seems all right, hopefully. It was just faking.
So for the football games, guys, we usually do like a play-by-play essentially. I don't really know if we could do that effectively with a basketball game, so we're just going to kind of
Yeah, we'll just kind of analyze, share thoughts a little bit, try and keep y'all up to date.
yeah. Toby O'Connor for 3, misses it.
So no scoreless here. Minute or so in. Both teams out of possession. Both teams missed. BYU missed 2 shots. West Virginia, good defense right now, making them work.
I was going to say good switching on defense also. They haven't really done a good job of that a lot of times in the last couple of games at least. They've
Good move.
still missed the layup.
Got lucky right there. He got around him.
All right,
and missed that layup.
Sincere Harris
Good
on a
recovery.
breakaway, going to
That's
drive
gotta be
it.
a foul. And one.
Going to be and one. Let's go.
Good
Good job,
play.
Sincere.
Good job, Buck. That's a good take, man.
Sincere, man, I'll tell you what, Sincere Harris is a very underrated piece of this team. I mean, he's one of the ones that really never gets talked about, but shows up on a stat sheet every single game. He's been one of the ones that's impressed me the most.
I feel like I probably shouldn't be, but I was surprised that we actually got that call where the past couple games have been. I mean, going to the rim, we hadn't hardly got no calls lately.
Yeah. Makes and one.
Knocks it down. West Virginia up 3-0 early. Oh, good job. Good defense by Javon right there.
Yeah, another missed layup by BYU. Javon looks like he's feeling himself tonight. I'll tell you,
good
there's
pass.
been
Oh, man.
couldn't finish
Looked like
that
he was
off.
gonna get
Though.
an easy layup right there for Hansberry.
Ooh.
Couldn't get the finish.
Go Javon. Nothing easy.
Just about
Nothing
stolen
easy.
away.
Yeah,
Defense
and
got
no
his
fault
play
to
so far.
No fault to Javon Small, man. He's done his thing all season long, but the last couple of games he's just been double and triple teamed so daggone much that he really couldn't get himself going at all. It seems. I mean, I know he hasn't scored or done anything yet, but it seems like he's playing with a fierceness to start this game.
Yeah, everybody's been keying on him, of course, but I think he's done a good job taking care of the basketball despite that double teams and stuff. He's been, getting a lot of assists, high assist to turnover ratio.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's kind of what's led to the losing streak that we had there for a little bit was the fact that they were keying on Javon so daggone much. You had to count on some of these younger guys to fulfill that role.
Second and third scorer to step up.
BYU scores.
BYU
3-2
on the board.
This is interesting. They got Sincere Harris bringing the ball up.
Trying to get some Javon to work off the ball, maybe.
Yep.
They're face guarding Javon for sure. They don't want him to touch it.
Jonathan Powell still just going to be sitting in that corner most of the game.
Oh, good offensive rebound.
Bouncing around, no good. BYU ball.
West Virginia, a couple good looks there from three. Couldn't get either one to go. Hey, what's going on, Big Dan T? See you in there sharing the emoji. Appreciate you always there. Big Dan T channel member. See a couple people a little bit ahead of us. Yeah, we kind of I paused mine for a second to make sure I was linked up with Steven, so we was talking about the same thing. But if you guys are able to, you could always pause yours to link up with ours if you want. But if you're a little bit ahead, that's cool too.
Ooh.
Oh, I thought that was
uniform combos for this game. West Virginia all white, BYU all black.
I guess we didn't go all blue, despite it being a true blue game, just because they're wearing the black. It would have been impossible.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know. That's what kind of bothers me about the uniforms in college basketball versus football. The home team usually wears white in basketball, whereas they usually wear colors in football.
Opposite in basketball and football. I've always wondered that.
I've always wondered that as well. Toby O'Connor for three. Good.
Shot, Tobe.
I'll tell you what, Toby, man, he doesn't get talked about moving on to the next level a lot, but he could make a viable player in the NBA.
He's versatile.
All right.
Buck Harris with the steal.
Was it Buck?
And the dish.
Yeah.
JP finishes.
So you just lost it.
Oh, wow.
BYU
tough shot.
And wow.
Tough shot. That was a good defense right there. Good contest. Had the hand up, and he still knocked it down.
Yeah. It's kind of BYU's forte right there. They can shoot it.
Back and forth here for the past couple minutes. West Virginia up 8-7 right now. Just got under 16 minutes left, guys, in the first half. Oh, Toby again.
Hansberry going to pass out Connie. Floater, yeah. I got to turn these captions off. They're blocking my view on some of these.
Yeah, sometimes the captions right there, and they'll block the score bug as well.
I don't know why I did that.
Oh, is that off him? Yeah, it's off his leg. BYU turns it over. West Virginia's going to have the ball back on offense, up 10-7 after this commercial break, guys. All right. Up and down first early start here.
I might have messed our synchronization up. I pressed up to take the closed captions off so I could see what was going on, and it took it off my screen, so I had to reset it.
We'll see.
That's what I hate about this. That's what I hate about the CBS Sports Network. I'm on a commercial now.
I can fast forward or pause if need be.
I'm on a commercial. I'm the mustache leaving James Harden's face commercial.
Okay, yeah, I'm at the same one. Is it on Eugene Levy's eyebrows now?
Yep, he's eating a crazy puff.
Yeah, we're good. I think we're linked up. We linked up, bruh. Pokemon Kid Entertainment. It's on CBS Sports Network, man. I was going to see, I got the stats pulled up here on my other screen. So thus far, we got JP with 2 points, 1 rebound. Hansberry's already got 2 assists and a rebound. Buck Harris, 3 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. And O'Connie with 5 points. Shooting 50% from the field right now. First 4 minutes of the game. Good start there. 1 of 4 on threes, though. Got to hope those start coming together.
Yeah, that's a good sign for WVU because I think that's in the games that we haven't done well and we've struggled is the games that we haven't played well in the first half. And then you come out in the second half and you try to compensate. In the games that we play well in the first half, I mean, we've won most of those, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, sometimes we've had those slow starts and I dig ourselves out of a hole.
Yeah.
More often than not.
Yep. Unfortunately, that's the main consensus of WVU teams over the course of my lifetime. So,
Right there with you, man.
but something that Cruz mainly, but Cruz has asked me a few times since the start of the season. He's asked me if Darren DeVries deserves a contract extension, and I kept saying yes. I think Ren Baker finally realized the truth in that, and he gave him one. So, he's happy to see that.
Oh, did he? Did that happen?
It did happen. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Didn't even
Let me
know.
see if I can find the article.
Yeah, so we were tied with Utah beat them. Now we're tied with BYU. Need to get this win and be 2 big wins here.
Tell you, we should get some, as an idea for a later watch along. We should get some like background faint music playing in here.
We could do it.
Seems a little quiet. Yeah, 5-year contract extension with automatic extension option for the 6th year.
Oh, wow. Good pass by Javon. Toby finishes.
Contract begins on April 1st. DeVries' starting salary is $2.8 million for the 2025 season.
Nice.
Let's see. Salary increases by $100,000 each year for his next 4 seasons.
Very much
I got a guy open in the corner for BYU. He's going to drive. Steal. Let's go, Javon. 1-on-3. He's going to slow it.
Nice kick right there.
Toby
Is that
O'Connie
again?
Yes, sir.
Man,
Toby O'Connie. He's got most of our points.
Sincere
Harris knocks down. Going to shoot a 3 for BYU. Got it.
Cashed it in. 14.
Going to do my best. I'm gonna do my best Tony impression for you guys. Try to do as much as I can. Basketball is. I'll tell you what. That's why I respect Tony so much. Is because basketball is very fast paced and it's hard to keep up verbally. Toby O'Connor going to bring it up to the top, down to Hamani. Oh, Javon got smacked there. No call.
Yeah.
Going to drive. That better be a drive. I was about to say, if that's not a foul, there's something wrong.
We got to call that one.
It's a good job by Javon to slow that up. Wait for Toby to get in the lane.
Back-to-back assists to Toby and back-to-back plays from Javon.
You know, a lot of people talk about this team's defense, and rightfully so, but I'm telling you, this team is not just good at shooting the ball. They're great at offensive movement. They move well off the ball. That's what creates a lot of the good offense that they get.
2 steals already for Buck Harris.
Over to Javon or Jonathan Powell. Back to Javon. Back to Yesufu for 3, but missed it.
BYU. They called a hand check foul right there.
Let's see if.
So BYU down 14-10. Got the ball. We got about 13 and a half minutes left in the first half here. KJ Tenner in the game.
That's one thing I wish I could change about this broadcast. It's like you can't mess with the broadcast and do anything to it without going off the screen. Javon's going to work him a little bit. Pass back over to Toby. Toby calling plays out there.
Javon with a good look.
Eduardo over to Javon. Missed it.
Had it. Had a good look at it. Just couldn't quite knock it down. Javon will start getting it going, though, here in a bit. Good recovery there by WVU after BYU got in the lane.
Yep.
Has good D by Andre, but still got it to drop.
14-12 West Virginia.
Back and forth, man. Looks like West Virginia's going to pull away, and then BYU will hit a big 3 or a big shot. It's going to be back and forth all game, seems like. One of those. Man, another good look for Javon. Couldn't hit it.
They got nobody in the lane. They're playing 5 out right here for BYU. Definitely looking for the 3. Another miss. Yes, who's going to bring it up for WVU here?
Oh, wow. That step back jumper by Yes Fu was halfway down.
Just rolls in and out.
Pops out.
Yep.
BYU's trying to work inside. They're trying to work that matchup against Andre, but Andre's playing good defense.
Yep.
Extra pass, and BYU hits another 3, and this one will give them the lead.
What's West Virginia? It looks like West Virginia's in the 2-3 more so than.
Tell you, that's what BYU. One thing they can do is they can knock down the 3-point shot.
That's their forte. Yeah, if West Virginia's if they're gonna have a chance tonight, they're gonna have to defend that perimeter. All right, at the water inside to Javon, back out.
Tenner with the answer.
Let's go, Tenner. Let's go.
WVU regains the lead 17-15, and Javon steals the ball.
Move back over to him.
And a good pass on the drive. And Yesufu finishes. West Virginia's up 19-15, just like that. They fell behind, and then a quick 5-0 run for the answer for Mountaineers right there.
You are like 0.5 ahead of me, I believe.
Wow, I don't know about that call.
Oh.
I don't know about that call.
Yeah. See, you seen that one about 2 seconds before I seen it.
Yeah, it looked like a good close.
All right, while this goes to a commercial break, I want to try to take these closed captions off. I don't know why I don't know if anybody else is watching this on the app of CBS Sports, but it won't let you do anything inside of the broadcast for some reason.
KJ does got a lot of potential, Trey. He plays with a ton of heart, man. He really does. Let's see here. Some stats here. A little stat update during the commercial break, rather. For BYU, Hall's 2 of 2 on threes. He's got 6 points for him. Been shooting well. Nails hit the other 3 for him. West Virginia, like we said, O'Connie has 9 points. 4 assists for Javon. He hasn't scored yet, but already 4 assists in the game. This might be a double-digit assist game for Javon. 2 steals for Buck Harris. That's big. And West Virginia passing the ball around. Multiple scorers other than Toby leading them with 9.
Cruz, are you watching this on the app or are you watching it on TV?
YouTube TV.
YouTube TV? It doesn't have the closed captions on there?
Uh-uh.
It won't even give me the option to take them off, and I can't even tell what's going on at the top of the screen on mine.
That's crazy.
And it doesn't give you the option. Like if you click on anything, it takes you out of the broadcast, and like you have to go through waiting to get back into it.
On CBS app, you gotta love it. It sounds about as good as ESPN Plus. Field goals, 46% right now for BYU. West Virginia remains at 50%. Mountaineers hit 2 threes. They're 2 of 8. BYU's 3 of 5. BYU shooting 60% from 3-point right now. West Virginia going to have to try and limit that percentage throughout this game. But you got to think BYU can't shoot that well all game either. They are.
I think West Virginia's defense usually tightens up in the second half also. So if we can just keep it, within distance and not let it get out of hand like those 42-19 and whatever they were for that back-to-back series of games we had there, then hopefully the defense will stop a lot of that in the second half.
Yeah, because they got some guys that can shoot it, man. But I like that we answered that run. As soon as they took that lead, we got it right back. Eric Flyer says ESPN Plus is like broadcasting with a Ouija board.
Essentially.
Pretty much. You remember that one game when they had the camera looked like somebody was shooting it from their iPhone from the baseline? Did you see that one earlier this season?
Oh yeah, I've watched every single one of them, and all of them seem to be a different broadcast team.
The first 4 minutes, that was one of the only ones I got to watch, and it was literally, I guess their camera wasn't working, and they were shooting it from the baseline. Looked like somebody was recording it on their iPhone. Three shots here after questionable foul call, in my opinion.
Made the first one.
Got the second one as well.
I'm already on the third shot. Is that where you're at?
Yep.
I think a lot of them said they was ahead of us, which I'd rather y'all be ahead of us than behind us. I don't want to ruin anything that's going to happen.
Yeah, that's
for you
true.
guys.
That's a good point.
That's the thing. Sincere going to bring the ball up again. Going to get kind of a faux screen there from Amani. Oh, come on. Tanner over to Yesfu on the wing, going to drive it. And no foul call. That's absolutely crazy.
Wow. He literally got knocked to the ground.
I mean, I don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense to me because, I mean, like, they don't go by the rule book a lot of times. They just go with whatever they – like, hey, the guy's clearly got his arm over like this. If you're not straight up, it's a foul. You know, if you come over the top slightly, it's a foul.
Luckily got it back.
Yes, food for three. Missed it.
That's a good look, man.
BYU
That one was halfway down, too. In and out. 19-18, West Virginia lead. It remains BYU with the ball.
BYU shot up, no good. Rebound, KJ Tenner.
Tenner driving up the court for the Mountaineers.
Rush it up. Oh, good job, Amani. Good job, Amani.
Good hands, Amani. Amani's able to handle that pass in the post. West Virginia goes up 21-18 as it goes under 10 minutes here in the first half.
I think that pass needs a little bit more force behind it. It seemed like it was a little bit too weak to allow BYU to get a hand on it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to get in there.
BYU screen, going to set up a shot. No good. Rebound. Offensive rebound.
Got to grab that board, man. Force them to take a mid-range jumper they can't hit. Should have been our ball instead off with the rebound and the putback. 1 point game again. West Virginia with the ball up 21-20.
Yep. Already at 9:20 to go in the first half. Going to get a shot here.
Ooh.
Let's go. Let's go.
Right
Jonathan Powell.
Jonathan Powell, man. That's smooth. I'm telling you, that's a guy that's got a ton of potential for his career, too, is JP.
We've got a lot of good young guys on this team. That's the thing that makes me so excited moving forward. You know, I mean, it's normally, you know, when we lost Jawan State and we're like, oh, man, like, I don't know what we're going to do. When we lost Javon Carter, you know, the same thing. I mean, all the big-time players that you lose, you really don't know what the team's going to be the next season. And this team, I mean, we got Javon Small. I think Tucker DeVries will end up coming back. But, you know, these older guys obviously are really good, but the younger guys are what excites you about the future.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Especially some of the ones that we got coming in.
BYU 3, good.
Got it.
Shit.
Sincere went down court, and it was about 1-on-3 when he took that layup. Probably should have pulled that one back out. Couldn't get it to go. And BYU goes down, hits a 3. 1 point game again. 24-23. West Virginia up here. About 8 minutes to go. In the first half, anyway. Powell again. Oh, man, that was a great look. That was better than the last look. Couldn't get that one to go.
West Virginia's going to get on a cold streak if they're not careful. Ooh, Amani Hansberry with the takeaway. Let's go.
Amani with the steal.
More of an interception than a steal. I'm Sincere. I mean, we cannot buy a foul going to the bucket. I'm telling you. The amount of physicality that BYU's being able to play with down there is.
Another 3 from BYU. This one's off the mark.
Rebound, Jonathan Powell. Go over to Tenner.
Seems like West Virginia's trying to, you know, force the tempo a little
Tenner
bit.
straight away 3.
Couple good looks at 3 past few possessions, and we just haven't been able to hit them. I mean, they've been open shots.
Yeah, that's what my fear is. You know, if we get cold from 3, it's really how we've been beating a lot of these teams. Harris looks like he's either tired or hurting.
Knock down those 3s. As Trey says, for sure. He's in agreement with us on that one. Absolutely.
You got to make the shots that you're given throughout the game, especially with a team like that can play good defense. And they got good streaky defense. Like there's at times that they slack off a little bit. They're a lot like West Virginia. I mean, the games that I've watched throughout this season, they really are very similar to a team. They shoot the ball well a lot. They play good defense a lot. They're very streaky at times. And the fact that, like, they can get as hot as any other team in the country at any given moment, but then also go on a cold streak. worse than anybody in the country at any given moment. And all of those sentiments, I could say the same for WVU because they've played really, really well at times this year and really, really bad.
Yep. This game has been a little bit of both. I mean, you've seen some really good defense. I think they're doing a good job against BYU. Pretty much, BYU's hit a couple threes, but for the most part, West Virginia doing a good job. Just like I said, just got to knock down those open looks. Man, the open looks are there. West Virginia's running good stuff, as Darren DeVries tends to do, but you can't have been able to hit, at least not the threes. We've got some good points, going to the basket, but got to get those threes. We got, what was the magic number? We said 9 threes. We're at 3 right now, 3 of 12, so you'd like to hit another 1 or 2 this half, hopefully. If you want to get to that magic number that's been productive for West Virginia this year, but no turnovers for the Mountaineers yet. That's the big positive I'm looking at here as I'm peeping the stats.
I was gonna let it go. I was gonna let it go. I wasn't gonna put it out in the universe for it to jinx it.
If it starts going awry, you guys can blame me for that one. But hey, that's credit to Javon for sure, in the way he does runs that offense.
I guess Tucker finally did have his surgery that he was scheduled. He's in a cast over there. Got a sling on. Yeah. Which that's what kind of gave me, it made me a little bit skeptical of the situation. We knew pretty early on that it might possibly be a medical red shirt type of injury again. But he wasn't wearing any kind of sling or cast or anything on the sidelines for these games for a lot of this year. So I was like, well, does he have potential to return? And I think that, Darren just didn't want to let that out to let the opponents know.
They were trying to play it as close to the vest as possible, I think. So, silver lining here right now is that we're up 24-23, and Javon Small hasn't scored yet. So, that's not going to be the case for the whole game. So,
let's hope not.
Yeah.
He was held in check. He was held in check for the better part of the game on Saturday. So, and we still was able to come out with it. So that's even more of a positive.
He's going to make a difference in the game. If it's not scoring, he's going to be distributing, making plays in other ways, like he has been in
BYU
this one.
ball.
So. I think he's got a 1 steal, 1 rebound, and 4 assists already. So still impacting the game as always. Got just over 7 minutes to go here. BYU with the ball, about 15 on the shot clock here. Little 2-man game.
Ooh, floating alley oop. Yeah, good way to defend that.
Andre with a good defense of that oop, but his foot's on the line when he came down. So BYU will get another chance at it with about, they got 6 seconds on the shot clock. I'll tell you, Andre, man, that's one thing I wasn't expecting is he has been a really good shot blocker this season.
I was hoping so. That's, coming into this season, I didn't really know what to expect on the defensive side of the ball. There's a miss by BYU, WVU rebound. Javon going to start bringing it up now, I guess, for WVU. Yes, and Sears out of the game.
So into his hands a little bit.
Yep.
Because they're really denying him when he's on.
Oh, Javon had a shot in the lane there if they could have got it to him.
Swinging it around there.
Over to Powell, back over to Toby. Toby going to back him down.
Clock. Toby had to put
it up. Hook shot, missed it.
Couldn't get it to go. A little contact there, but they're not going to give him that call.
Nah, that was – if I'm the ref, I'm not calling that. That's too ticky-tack for me. But that's what makes me so mad about whenever they call some of those other ones.
Like that one.
Yeah, like that. Like what?
I think that's more because he didn't foul him on guarding the shot. I think it's when he tried to come down because you got to allow him space to be able to land, and I think that he didn't have the space to be able to land right there. See how he
that's one of those. I thought they changed the rule to where you can't jump into the defender if you're the offensive player, and if so, it's an offensive foul. They have not enforced that at all since they have changed that ruling. And
and funny enough,
that was clearly a case of him jumping into the defender.
And that's the same corner and the same exact guy that they called it on Javon. So maybe he's just got a knack for that because that's the same guy in the same corner.
If I'm an offensive player, I'm just going to I'm learning to jump from the 3-point line pretty much as far as I can get to the post on every single shot that I take.
After he misses the first free throw, I got to quote Rasheed Williams, ball don't lie. Ball don't lie. Yeah. Will the judge they check and see if it's 3? Let's see. I can't see his feet.
I can't either, but from here it looks like a 3, unfortunately.
Yep. Called it a 3. He knocks down the second one. He's got one more. If he hits this one, BYU will take the 1-point lead. Seems like there's been a 1-point West Virginia lead back and forth for a while now.
Yep.
BYU finally
makes
grabs
25-24.
All right. Coming up on the final 6 minutes of the half here. West Virginia on a scoring drought, as we just talked about recently. Those are bound to happen in these games some. This one's at 3 minutes right now. BYU playing a zone defense here, 2-3.
Well, floater for Oconee missed it.
That's where you want to get. You want to get
BYU
right in the middle of that
rebound.
zone defense, and they got it to it, but Oconee just a little bit short on the floater.
I just think there's not enough fight for rebounds right now from Eduardo Andre, in my opinion. I think he's just hoping it comes to his hands, and if not, then he's just smacking around at it. I mean, you got to go up with intent to get that thing.
What I like about them being in that zone, well, they're back in man now. If they're in that zone.
Drive it,
Javon
step
might have
back.
a chance. Yep.
Got it.
There it is. Get the ball in Javon's hands there. Finally gets him a good look. West Virginia back up 1.
You gotta be careful there, Kaya. Yesufu.
BYU got under 15 on the shot clock now. Yesufu playing some tight defense.
I mean,
out front.
tight. Yep. Not giving him anything.
5 seconds on the shot clock.
Guarded by
They kick it
Jonathan
out,
Powell.
put it up.
Straight away
That's
3.
what you
No,
want there.
off
That's good defense by the Mountaineers. Shot clock violation.
Is that a foul? What do they call it?
I think it's shot clock because I don't think it hit the rim.
Okay.
Finally, Javon gets the ball and gets a little room there. Hits his trademark step back right there. He's so good at that, going left and that step back jumper.
Yesufu going to bring it up here.
Javon off the ball again.
Kind of interesting how they're doing that. They haven't really done that a whole lot this year, getting him off ball until the last couple of games.
BYU's back in that 2-3 zone, looks like. 2-3 matchup zone. So they're matching it up now.
Ooh, a little fade away from Toby, no good.
Oh, he slipped and fell there.
I was going to say, that better not be a foul. There was nobody around him.
BYU looking to regain the lead here. Just over 4 minutes left in the half. Be at the under 4 timeout here soon. Good look from 3. Misses it. West Virginia
Missed it
gets
in a
the
crowd. Ooh. Good job by Jonathan Powell to come
rebound.
around
So the
there and
Mountaineers
get
with
that.
the ball here. Next dead ball will be the under 4 media timeout. West Virginia with a 1-point lead. Seems like I've said that a million times this half. Hansberry.
For 3, no.
Just off. BYU.
West Virginia's going back to the man-to-man here. Hansberry going to come up, switch
screen
off.
game right there. Drive and kick. Look at the 3. No good.
No good.
Oh.
Did they call that a foul?
Yeah, I think it looked to me like the guy that got the rebound for BYU
Just
slipped while he
slipped.
was grabbing it. But
My gosh. I mean, like,
tag Hansberry with the foul.
so that's the thing that bothers me the most is you go down there and you got 3 guys hacking at the ball and West Virginia goes up for it. And then this guy just slips and falls and all of a sudden it's magically a foul. I mean, you got to call the game consistently on both sides of the court. And that's my biggest issue.
That hurts a little bit.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just ignorance of the game, but I've watched the game long enough.
Well, they haven't called. I mean, I think that's the first foul they've called on a rebound all game. So they've been letting them battle for him prior to that. But Mountaineers up 26-25. We're at the under 4 timeout here. About 3.5 minutes left till the end of the first half. BYU going to have the ball back. It's what's been a back and forth battle of a first half here. Team stats to this point. BYU's hit 4 threes. They're 4 of 13. West Virginia 3 of 13. So the Mountaineers done a much better job on their perimeter defense after BYU started hot from the three-point area there. So West Virginia's defense has really done a great job in this game. They're holding BYU to 30% on threes and 33% from the field. BYU is out rebounding West Virginia 20-12. West Virginia big advantage in turnovers, 8-1, which is huge, especially with West Virginia having 10 points off turnovers to BYU 0. Fouls pretty even, 4 and 3. So we're a while away from being in the bonus here in the final 3 minutes. Leading scorers right now for both teams. Catchings leads BYU with 8, and West Virginia, you still got Oconee leading the Mountaineers with 9. So brief stat update, but any thoughts here as we get into the final 4 minutes or 3.5 minutes here of the first half, Steven?
It was about what I expected from both teams. I think, I expected a close game through at least this point of the game. Now, in the second half, I expect one of who it's going to be. I don't know which team, but one of these teams will pull away at least a little bit.
Hopefully it's
not going to be like this the whole time.
Hopefully it's the good guys.
Hopefully it's the good guys.
Trey Edwards says this crew never calls for WVU. Who's reffing, Trey?
I was
see who it was.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
Probably Kissinger. Probably Kip Kissinger, if I had to guess.
Kip Kissinger. Who is the ref that's infamous for West Virginia? It's
he retired.
Did he finally?
Higgins, yeah.
Yeah,
you know
Higgins.
Funny? You know what his job is now? Yeah, he's the head of like the Big 12 reffing committee.
I would imagine that's usually what long-standing refs end up doing is being the head of the committees.
It's Kip. We called it Kip Kissinger. Thanks, Trey.
Yeah, appreciate it. Oh, they're gonna get what was the call here?
That's an offensive foul, right? Is that what they called? Yep.
Okay. So, like I said, West Virginia gets some really good calls from this.
Like I said, great crew. Kip Kissinger does a wonderful job.
Javon going to slow the progress up here.
Giving that zone look again. BYU is here.
Okay, this is the play they usually try to. They try to say him up in the
is.
corner there. Got it.
If you go zone on West Virginia, got to shoot them out of it. And West Virginia has the guys that can do it, and Yes Foo's one of them, and he knocks it down.
Yeah, that play's got a high success rate this season. I've seen them run it a bunch.
29-25 lead for the Mountaineers. BYU looking to answer.
Ooh, going to throw up a tough shot. No.
Not going to happen.
Rebound, Javon. Javon going to rush it up here.
Good pass. Gets it into Hansberry. Back into man defense. BYU got out of that zone pretty quick.
Yep. You got, I was going to say, you had Yesufu in the corner there for a second if you could have found him. Running floater. No.
That looked like it was going in. BYU looking to cut into this 4-point lead now. Just over 2 minutes left in the half.
West Virginia's defense seems to be a little bit better since switching back to the man.
Yep.
Running floater, got it. That's just a tough shot.
Yep, good finish. 2-point game.
All right. West Virginia's only got 3 guys up the court here. You got to have, I don't know, these guys must be gassed. Even Javon was slow getting up the court there. Toby's the one you really need up the floor, though.
See if we can get it in Javon's hands. Yep, got it to him. Doubling him.
Amani for 3. No.
That pass could have got to
See,
Amani
like
clean.
that right there. How
that,
is that not a foul of over the back, against BYU there? I mean, they
BYU big
came
men
in so
he's
forceful and
pushing all
knocked
over
Oconee 5
Toby
feet
in
across the
post.
floor.
They go to him inside. Good defense.
Yeah, good defense, Amani.
Good job, Amani. I feel like if that pass on that 3-point would have got to Amani clean, he probably would have hit that. But where it got tipped and he had to regather it through his rhythm off there on that shot.
Mm-hmm.
13 seconds on the shot clock for BYU. The baseline inbounds.
Yes, Foos, not giving up anything on that
defense.
screen. Way to stay with him.
That's foul.
Oh, that's a foul. Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the right
Yeah.
call. And you want to know why? Because he came over top
Left
of him,
his
Jordan.
feet.
That's why. That's why it's the right call.
Left.
But how many
feet.
times have you seen that happen against WVU and they won't call it?
Let's see. Oh yeah, appreciate that, Trey. You say tag me on Twitter. It's Kip Kissinger, James Breeding, and Rick Crawford ref in this game.
Rick Crawford's been there a few times this year for WVU also. First shot is good.
Got it. 1 point game again. Iowa State and UCF battling 32-30, right about to be halftime. UCF sticking with Iowa State. Interesting.
Iowa State, since playing in Morgantown, has struggled a little bit at times.
They have. We'll check some scores on the other games tonight at half. See what else is happening.
I know usually for these halftimes, for the watch-alongs, we usually step away for a few minutes. Probably not going to be as long for this halftime since it's only about a 10, 15-minute halftime we got.
Yeah, basketball's pretty quick usually, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's the thing about basketball. I love going to the games, but it's hard to justify going up there for a bunch of them throughout a season for as long as of a drive as we have.
Yes.
Ooh, Javon going to finally get a call, but my gosh, he does not look okay.
Yeah,
After that, he remains down.
Looks
Looks like
right
he's in
there.
significant pain.
Hopefully he's all right. I didn't see what did
See
he
what
hit?
happened here. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see.
Oh man! Landed right on his back. Oh no!
Ah.
Oh no!
Mm.
Oh, I hope he didn't
Right
break
on
his
the
butt
hip.
bone or something, man.
Right on the hip bone. Right on the hip bone. Gosh, that's
tough.
he's walking, so that's a good sign.
He's trying to walk it off, but I don't know, man. He might have to come out for a few after that.
I would let him rest. I think that's good. You got halftime getting ready to come up here, but oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's the type of hit that'll break your ass bone, Eric. Right there.
That was right on the pelvic bone, man. That's right. I mean, right there on it. And the way that bone sits back there, man, it's the way he hit. I don't know. He could have potentially fractured it.
Yeah, I hope not. Finally gets a good take to the basket and gets clobbered to the ground. Still, it's the free throw. First one. I was surprised he didn't finish it because he usually is really good at hanging in there and finishing those getting in ones.
Tuck already has his own logo and everything on his chain there.
Oh, yeah, he does, doesn't he?
TD12.
Javon,
second
2 for
shot
2.
up, good.
Yep, they're going to let Javon rest for the last little bit of this half, and then he'll have halftime.
Rightfully so. There's no way he should stay in there for the remainder of the half.
Hopefully, second half, he'll be back close to 100%. We'll see. Give him some treatment at halftime and stuff, I'm sure.
Since you're going to pressure the ball coming up the floor.
BYU
Great
looking
defense
to
by
tie it
WVU
before the
so
break.
far.
West Virginia will have the last shot of the half, though, if they can corral a rebound here after BYU shot attempt. 5 seconds on the shot clock. It'll be a deep three.
Lucky they didn't get a reaching call there.
Oh,
Deep three,
wow.
got it. Wow, what a shot.
Man, West Virginia with great defense there and forced them to throw up a late three with the shot clock, and he just bangs it.
Timeout WVU.
It's good defense, man. Just hell of a shot. Can't do nothing about that.
For the most part, I mean, I know the score's not reflecting it, but I think West Virginia's played great defense. They just made some really tough shots.
They have.
I mean, honestly, it seems
have been contested.
It seems to me like WV, like I'll catch myself not looking at the scoreboard for a little bit, and it seems like WVU's pulling away, and then you look, and they're still, with BYU still within 1 or 2 points of us.
Yeah, I know you get that feeling. You're like, all right, we're finally
deceiving.
about to get away in this one, and then you're like, what? They're only down 1.
Yeah, yep.
It's been that type of game the whole time, back and forth.
Gosh, I can't get over that, man. That was a hard hit.
Yeah, it was.
Man, oh my.
And you'd love to have him in here on this final possession, but I think you gotta let him sit.
I've seen that happen a few times in my time playing basketball, and it's never fun to watch. remember I wasn't even playing in the game. Is actually a childhood friend of mine and Cruz's, and I was watching him play in an AAU game one time, and the guy on that team, similar to that, but came down on his face and busted his face on the floor. And oh my man, that was probably one of the hardest ones I've ever had to watch.
Oh yeah, that'd been no good. All right, so 15 seconds. West Virginia will have the final shot of the half. They'll either take the lead or go into the breakdown one after BYU knocks down that three. BYU's up 32-31.
Yeah, I think it's like Trey said, our problems we get into too many multi-minute scoring droughts, and I agree with you, but I think that's a direct reflection of not having, all of our top scorers in there like we won at times, and then they, that was what made it such good offense to watch whenever Tucker was in there, is because you had Javon and you had Tucker, and if one of them got keyed on, the other one could step up and start doing more for you. But without Tucker in there, man, everybody keys on Javon. You got to hope that somebody else is going to be able to get hot. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. That's just being young.
Oh, get it across.
Press it, Monty.
4 seconds. Got to open three.
3, 2.
Bang.
Got it. Good shot,
Let's
Jonathan
go.
Powell.
Way to
end the half. The only thing I'm mad about is that I'm not listening to Tony right now, because I promise that call was probably exciting as hell.
Oh, I guarantee it. What a play right there. It looked like West Virginia was getting stuck, not going to be able to get it over. They get it to Monty, and then Monty with great vision gets it into the corner to wide open Jonathan Powell, who knocks it in just before the buzzer.
Great job, Toby. Great job of Monty, and
34-32.
great job, Jonathan. All three of those guys right there deserve credit on that play. Toby to get it over the timeline in time, and then Amani to be able to find Jonathan.
Yeah, because you're late in the clock there. He could have panicked easily, but he didn't. He was composure. Right there to find JP. Good stuff.
Gotta love Sincere Harris, man. He's one of those players that's he's like a John Flowers type of personality to me.
Oh yeah, he's a fan favorite.
Fun loving,
All right, so let's look at the I'll show them on the screen here since we're at halftime. We got of course 34-32, West Virginia with the 2-point lead, which is nice. Field goals about 36% for BYU, 39% for the Mountaineers. West Virginia, I'm telling you, the defense doing a great job. 3-point percentage, 35 for BYU, 31 for the Mountaineers. Both teams have knocked down 5 threes, so like we said, that magic number of 9, you're over halfway there, Steven, so looking good on that.
Yep.
Rebounds, 23-13, BYU with a big advantage there. That's something you'd like to see get a little bit closer to being even in the second half, would help you out. But you got to hope you continue the performance you're doing turnover-wise, both forcing them and taking care of the ball yourself. 1 turnover in the first half for the Mountaineers, and they have 13 points off the BYU turnovers. Fouls dead even at 5 apiece. West Virginia with a 7-point lead at 1 point, but they haven't been down more than 1. Individuals, BYU leading scorer remains
don't scroll yet.
Kitchens.
Don't scroll yet. I want to guess. Who you think? I'm thinking Toby.
I think it's still Toby, but Jonathan Powell might be close now. Let's see.
He might.
Yep.
He might.
Jonathan Powell's close.
Oh.
8 for Powell, and
Man, it was
Toby
close.
still the leading scorer with 9.
Yep. I thought, well, Toby kind of, he was making more shots there towards the end of the half with that 3, though.
That 3
Jonathan.
is what made it right there nearly dead even. But Oconee leads in scoring with 9, Powell with 8, and it's been a lot of guys getting it done. You got Yesfu with 5, Javon with 4, Hansberry with 2, Buck with 3, and then KJ Tenner with the 3 as well. So good job. And Javon, like I said, not a ton of scoring yet, but he's only taken 3 shots from the field, 1 3-point basket, but he does have 5 assists already, which is big. He's going to continue to distribute the ball with the way they're playing him, I think. And like we talked about, Hansberry right there finding people. He's got 4 assists, man.
Yeah, but that though, I want to point that out while we're still on that topic. Javon Small is going to be, for these reasons exactly, is going to be the next player to play in the NBA from WVU, in my opinion. And he's going to be a good one, because players that can not only score, but then whenever their scoring gets shut down and they get keyed on, like Javon has in the last few games, he's still showing up on a stat sheet in just different areas. He's going to find a way to get you the ball so you can score. He's going to take the ball away from you. I can't say enough about that kid, man. I'll tell you. And I wasn't even that excited about him when I first heard the news from him coming from Oklahoma State, because I just, I don't know. He was good when we played against him, but I didn't think he was jump out the building good, but
Yeah, he's definitely way better than I
he
expected
has.
him to be.
Oh, absolutely.
Not that I didn't expect him to be good, but like you said, I wasn't expecting to be, one of the better players we've had in the past, what, 10, 15 years or so. I mean, he's right up there with some of the other names that we were talking about earlier.
Well, I think it also for myself anyway too. It was largely due to the fact of like we had such a the complete roster flip this year.
Yeah.
I think it just got lost in the news of who we recruited.
That's a good point. Plus, with the coaching news and all that, that was kind of front and center, especially with Tucker coming alongside. But
I was gonna wear my Hugstown shirt tonight.
Oh, I like that one.
Just to have him in spirit with us, but I chose Jerry.
I was gonna wear my Hard Edge shirt. I don't think I showed you that one yet, but it's.
I haven't seen that one.
It's getting washed. It's in the laundry.
I was gonna also wear my Hold the Rope shirt, but
nice.
Wrong sport.
Let's see. See what else is going on. Other scores tonight.
Iowa State's up 32-30.
Auburn up 34-32. Vandy sticking with Auburn.
Vandy, what happened? What happened there?
I think that's Jerry Stackhouse coaching Vandy, right? I think.
Is it? I'll tell you what. No, Vandy's athletic department got together in the offseason this year, and they said, "Look, somebody besides baseball is going to have to show up and do something." And so that's what you've seen, I guess.
No, it says
because their football team and their basketball team. I mean, how long has it been since we've heard about either one of them doing anything? And this year, I mean, they both.
Oh no, I'm tripping. It's of course it's Mark Byington. I'm an idiot. I knew the Vandy coach for some reason. Couldn't think of who it was, but of course it's Byington. The other one, the two favorites to get the West Virginia job were DeVries and Byington. Byington ended up going to Vandy, and they're 17-6 and sticking with the number one team in the country right now. So.
I'd love to see. I don't know if they've got any numbers on that, but in terms of coaching classes, of coaching hires, like in the same year, I wonder how this class matches up with other ones. Because, I mean, it seems like the multitude of coaches that were hired in that cycle, from West Virginia to Vandy to
Kentucky's new coach has been doing a good job.
Michigan's doing fairly well this year versus what they did last year. Ooh, that was a nasty injury.
Oh God. Oh man, that's rough.
Ooh.
Florida's been really good too. I hate to see that.
But it just seems like a lot of the teams, a lot of the bigger teams that are normally good that struggled last year have all flipped back to their winning ways this year again.
I think so too. And it seems like a year where there's a lot of teams that look like they got chance to maybe win it, as more so than there's just one favorite like you get a lot of times. I mean, Duke's good, Florida's good, Auburn's good. There's a lot of teams that are really good this year. I think it's wide open. And speaking of, Florida's down
Michigan
one
right
to Mississippi State a half.
Yep. Mississippi
State up 34-33.
Michigan's number 20 in the country, 18-5, and only 2 losses in conference. And they last year in the net rankings were ranked behind West Virginia. To give you reference, West Virginia was ranked 110th in the country in the net rankings last year, and they were behind them. So I mean, even more of a better turnaround for them this year.
Yep. Dusty May doing a good job there as well. Except his first year getting it done.
Who was the coach up there? It was an alumni that had played
Juwan
there.
Howard.
That's who it was. You're right. Yep. And because there was some controversy with him there for a little bit, and they let him keep his job. I forget what it was.
Yeah, there was like a fight or something after the game one time, or it was
That's right.
He almost got in a fight
That's
or something. I forgot the exact situation, but something like that.
Trey said Rocky Top getting manhandled right now. Love that.
35-26. Like we just talked about, Mark Pope at Kentucky doing a really good job. They've had some big wins and might have another big one on the horizon. They're up 9 right now at half. So then we was talking about Purdue and Michigan. Purdue's up 37-35. A battle right there between two really good teams in that Big Ten conference. And then how about a battle in our own conference right here? Iowa State and UCF. That's how tough the Big 12 is, man. You got to bring it every single night, no matter what team you are, no matter what team you're playing, because UCF's sticking right with Iowa State.
Well, I think it's just from top to bottom. I mean, look at just in the games that West Virginia's played. I mean, we've beaten the number 2. Well, at the time, the number 2 team in the country in Iowa State. They were undefeated. They've went on to lose, 3 more games since then. No, 4 more games since then.
Yeah.
Right? Because they were undefeated when we played them.
I think they had 1 loss, right, when we played them.
Yeah, and then
So,
you play teams
yeah.
like that and beat them. You play Kansas at Kansas, beat them, and then you go on the road and you lose it to a team like TCU that hasn't really, held a flame to anything this year. So it's any
crazy,
given
man.
night, any given team, you got to bring your A game.
It's a really tough conference.
That it
Utah and
is.
Cincinnati battling. Cincinnati up 42-36 on Utah at half. Of course, Mountaineers up 34-32. Let's see what else we got.
lot of
Miami
close
and
games.
Syracuse. Miami up 43-37 on Syracuse. Miami's on 5-18 on the year, so that'd be a big win for them.
Ooh.
Anything else notable here?
While you go through that, I am going to go grab a drink and use the bathroom before the second half starts.
Go ahead. Looks like that's pretty much all that's of note right now. We do got some games coming up later. Arizona and Kansas State are tipping off here in just a couple of minutes. That'll probably be a decent one. Maybe we can watch the conclusion of that after the Mountaineers game, see what that's looking like. Anything else tonight? I think is there another Big 12 game tonight later? You got Alabama and Texas at 9, Georgia and Texas A&M at 9, Indiana, Michigan State. Yeah, there it is. Colorado and Kansas. That's the other Big 12 game I was thinking about on ESPN2 at 9. Colorado playing at Kansas. Some of the other ones. Pitt, man, they've fallen apart. They're on the bubble. I think I saw they were first 4 out. UNC was first 4 out. And BYU, who we're playing right now, was first 4 out in the latest bracketology that I saw as well. So West Virginia's still in the field right now, but this would be a big win to help with that. Playing another team that's right there kind of on the bubble, on the cusp. And BYU, both teams 15-8, both teams 6-6 in conference. You can tell both teams battling and want this game with the way the first half's been back and forth. But see if we catch up on some of your all's comments real quick while we're waiting on the second half to come back around. Eric Flower says, watching the game on TV, watching us on his phone, and listening to Tony on the laptop. What a time to be alive. Hey, that's the way to do it right there, Eric. That's the way to do it. That's kind of like how we do it, especially for the football games, because I know have the game on our TV, watch right here recording live to talk to you guys, and then Steven will usually have Tony in his ear during the football games as well. So that's the way to do it, man. Got to have Tony. Tony's calls are always, leagues ahead of the television announcers, in my opinion. Yeah, if we hit a couple of those threes, we'd be up solid. I agree, Eric. We've had a couple of really good looks that we've missed. And in the same token of that, we've also played really good defense on BYU, who's hitting 3 threes that I can think of off the top of my head. 2 were contested, and then that last deep one right there late in the shot clock that if they don't hit those, we're probably up ahead as well. So I think things are trending in a good direction for us right now. If we can make a few of our shots and continue to play defense the way we're playing, they're not going to make those contested shots as much in the second half, and hopefully we're able to pull away when it's all said and done. We'll see what happens. Hey, WVU Mountain Lair with Kenny. Appreciate you, man. What's going on, brother? Appreciate you hopping in. Yeah, Trey, any team in the Big 12 can beat any team in the Big 12 for sure. Eric says he took Javon to score 15 points. Isn't looking too good. Currently, not yet, Eric, but here's something to keep in mind, especially if we end up getting a lead late. He's going to be the guy going to the free throw line a lot, and he's going to get some points late in the final, 4 minutes of the game. A few games ago, didn't look like he was going to score a lot. He still ended up with, 14, 15 points in that game, so he might get there. As Trey says, if WVU wins, he thinks it's because Javon turns it on in the second half. Very well could be the case.
Yeah.
Steven, I'll let you chat with them for a second. I'm going to go use the facilities myself and refill my coffee. I'll be right back also.
Sounds good to me, brother. Yeah, I think I heard what Cruz was mentioning about Pitt falling apart. I think the main reason due to that is it seems like football and basketball, they only get up for the West Virginia portion of the schedule, and then the rest of the time they don't care about anything. Yeah, I'm kind of with you, man. I'll tell you, I grew up with Tony. I think the time that I started listening to Tony was right around the time that I was getting into sports. It was right when I was old enough to understand what was happening, and becoming passionate about WVU sports. So it was right on the back end of Jack Fleming and then Tony taking over. So I've got a real sentimental connection to Tony, and we've lost football coaches, we've lost basketball coaches, we've lost players, we've lost a lot of people within the program. But I've said it many, many times. Whenever Tony's last day at WVU that's going to be the saddest day for me. But I'm right there with you, man. It's just not the same without Jay Jacobs. And I don't know if I have any vivid memories of Woody either, but I know that my grandfather does, and he talks very highly of him. Let's see. What's up, Silas? How you doing, man? I know I'm ready for spring ball. I don't think that it's any question if Cruz is. He's already asked me if I want to go to the spring game 2 or 3 times, and I believe we've already decided on going to the spring game before that. So I'm definitely ready. I like what they did with putting it on April 5th instead of I think it's usually around like April, somewhere in between 20th and 25th, depending on what day that Saturday falls. But I like how they moved it up a couple of weeks to have that extra time in spring ball for the transfer portal too. But definitely excited. Let's see. Truer words have never been spoken.
They eat shit.
That's why.
That's all I needed to see.
Because they eat shit. I was telling them, Cruz, you were saying that Pitt, they've fallen apart since the beginning of their season, and I was telling them, I was like, yeah, the reason why is because the only time they care about their schedule is whenever they play us. We're like their national championship, and then they don't give a shit about sports otherwise. They did it in football for us, and they did it in basketball for us.
That's so true. It's happening.
And this year, the only reason they got so daggone up for about that is because they hadn't beaten us in like the last 5 times or something like that
It'd been a while,
that we've played them. I tell you, they do eat shit, but that's still my favorite game of all time in basketball. It was whenever Pittsnoggle went off on them. They were like the number 3 team in the country in basketball at that time. Oh my gosh, man. I've never felt an environment quite like that's the thing about WVU basketball. Like WVU football is awesome. There's no question about that. But basketball, man, there's a certain vibe in that building that happens, dude. And it is
when it gets cranked
special.
up.
It's special.
Yeah. Because, I mean, even
man.
when you watch on TV or listen on the radio and it gets cranked up, it gets you going, man. It really does.
Yeah. It gets lost because there's so many basketball games and, like those weekday games are dull sometimes if you're not playing, a high-ranked team or something of that nature. But, my gosh, man. It'll be a hard match. And it's probably because I was a young kid and experiencing that and, like, just everything that went into that game. But, I mean, they still talk about it to this day, the lore of what Pittsnoggle was, and that was essentially the game that kicked it off.
And not even just West Virginia. I mean, that's nationally.
Nationally, yeah. You got Pittsnoggled.
You got Pittsnoggled. Second half about to tip off here momentarily, guys. Hey, that's a good job by West Virginia right there. BYU's one of their leading scorers last 9 games, averaging 18 points. He has 2 tonight. I'd say you probably credit Sincere Harris for part of that, if I had to guess.
They probably showed it on the screen on a graphic or something, but I wasn't paying attention when they did it. I'm curious to know where BYU sits in, like, the bubble watch and
their first
like
4 out. That's
are they?
I did mention I saw preseason. First 4 out is BYU, Pitt, and UNC are all first 4 out right now.
Oh, man. Okay, so BYU's playing for their lives right now then.
Yep. Step back
Javon
3 for Javon. Bang.
There we go.
Good start to the half for the Mountaineers right there. Take the 5-point lead. And you get a good shot for Javon right there. Leave it to DeVries to draw up something good to begin the half.
It looked like BYU's confused there. Big man wanted him to come to the ball. He ran away from him.
He's like, where are you going?
Oh.
About
more confusion. Good defense by WVU to cause. I know that they got that shot, but man, oh my, that was good defense to.
And that's the guy we were just talking about that we don't want to see get going, but that was a heck of a finish. Switch hands in the air and go to the left. Oh, good pass from Javon. That should be 2 points.
Sincere Harris in the lane, yes.
Back up 5 for West Virginia.
Yep.
2 field goals to start the half. You like that? See if BYU answers here. Back-to-back good drives by BYU is the bad thing. Is good takes to the basket. They finished the first one. They finished the second one with an and one.
That's something they wasn't really able to do in the first half was drive the ball effectively and get shots like that in the first half. So let's just hope that West Virginia is able to start guarding
that foul by Toby right there late, man. He shouldn't even came in. He was already going to finish that.
That was such a good shot by Javon. I almost forgot that he got hurt at the end of the first half there. So at least that's a good sign. Looks good. Looks
Yeah, I
good.
guess that is a good sign that he bangs home a 3 to start the
Rebound, Javon
half.
Small. All right, let's go.
Yep, grabs the rebound on the missed free throw. So no 3-point play for BYU. Misses the free throw. 3-point lead for
Slow
the
things
Mountaineers.
up. Coming up the floor here. Gonna get a screen from Sincere.
Kick that out.
3,
Got
Jonathan Powell. Got it. Kid can shoot, man.
Good find right there by,
Kid can
by
shoot.
Buck Harris.
I don't think the idea of the freshman. Oh, BYU
Answered right back
quick.
by BYU with the 3 of their own.
Shit.
Yeah, he doesn't play like a freshman at all, I don't think.
Well, I was going to
He's had
say,
it
I mean,
all
like,
the time.
think about college basketball. Well, college sports in general. I mean, like, freshmen come in advanced now. They can already play. It's just learning the systems that they're in.
Oh, yeah. Good point. You do see it way more often, especially in basketball.
Especially in basketball. Yep.
Good,
Sincere's getting
good cut by
bodied.
Javon and a good kick
over
to
the
the
corner for Toby. Good shot.
Wow.
Got it.
Great play right there. First of all, by Harris to find Small, who had the good IQ to cut to the basket, get out of the double team, and then Javon whip it around to the corner. Another assist for Javon right there.
3 really
up
good
6.
3-point shots to start the half.
That should be a moving screen.
Not going to get it.
And he's hurt.
Oh, Sincere is hurt on the floor.
Looked like a moving screen to me, but
It looked like it to me.
let's see on the replay. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, dog.
that's,
I don't know. And a shoulder check also.
that's what I'm saying, because he wasn't even in his way for the screen. He had to lean into him to hit him with that. That should have been a foul.
Oh,
on BYU
that's
right there. That's bad. That's a miss by the officials. That is not a screen. You cannot screen somebody by reaching out and hitting them with your shoulder.
I was going to say they can look at that. Thank God they are. That's a shoulder. That's got to be a flagrant, dude.
I mean, that's got to be something. If they're not going to call it, they didn't call it live. They got to call something on that because that is not a.
Well, they can't go
screen.
back and go back and call an illegal screen, but they can go back and call a flagrant.
Flagrant 1 or something.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, it's blatant. It's right there.
It's very blatant. I mean, my gosh.
How did the officials miss that in real time, man? I mean, because if he's setting a normal screen, he's not going to fly that way. He's going to fly backwards when he runs into him. It's pretty obvious that he hit him, with extended his arm out.
It's no call. Wow.
Incredible.
That's absolutely horseshit.
Buck's going to get about 2 more steals in this half now, just because of that alone.
I was going to say, if it's anybody you don't want to get fired up in that regard, that is Buck Harris, because he, on several different occasions this year, has I don't know if anybody here has seen The Last Dance with Michael Jordan. He said, I took that personally.
I was about to
That's
say,
what he
that's
takes
what I
the
was
shit
thinking.
personal, man. He will look at him. He's just waiting on it. Oh, I could have sworn he was going to start driving there.
Late in the shot clock here for WVU.
Yep. Oh, you got him in the corner over there. Oh,
Javon's going to have to shoot. Nope. Kicks it to JP.
nope.
Off. BYU's moving with tempo. They're going to shoot a 3. Nope.
Nope.
They got the
Hung
board.
up there a while.
That's a foul. West Virginia called with the foul from behind. BYU will get the ball back here. Trailing 45-41. Almost 4 minutes gone in the second half here. We'll get the under 16 timeout here soon.
Record versus quad 1. 5 and 6s versus 2 and 6. That's not a bad. I mean, for WVU,
5 quad 1 wins is phenomenal.
that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why we're projected as an 8 seed, and they're projected first 4 out right now.
Be interested to see what it ends up being. You got a bunch of games left between here and even the conference tournament.
KJ better be careful. Let him call him with a foul, reaching like that. There it is.
Oh my gosh.
I knew they was going to, man. He kept reaching in like that.
Well, I think they ended up calling it on Jonathan.
Did they call JP on that? They might have. Looked like all ball, though. What's he got green shoes for?
Hey, these guys, man, they wearing whatever they think looks good. Which I ain't gonna lie, they kind of remind me of the
They
Kobe
stand out.
Grinches. Yeah, earlier we were talking about like Jay
BYU
Jacobs
turns it
and
over with the offensive foul.
Jay Jacobs and Tony and all of them, like when he would be there. I thought Jay
Oh,
Jacobs would
yeah.
be in attendance for that Iowa State game. And he might have been. They didn't show him though.
I'm surprised he wasn't.
And so,
I know he's
I mean,
supposed to come on at some point and do like do the color commentary for like one more game this season. I think. I believe
is he?
that's
I
what
thought
Tony.
last season
Tony
was
said.
the.
I think Tony said prior to this season that he was going to do one game. There was some game at some point, but I thought it might have been that game that they were on in Jerry West. So if he didn't do it for that one, then maybe he's not doing it.
Maybe
'Cause,
not.
him and
I don't
Jerry
know
was
because
friends
I
and
mean
stuff,
last year
so.
that was the thing. Like Jay's getting. I don't know if it's bad health, but I mean it's harder and harder and harder for him to get around. Man, he's getting old.
Yeah, that's why
but
maybe why it didn't happen, because I think that I'm pretty sure that he said it was that game where they were honoring Jerry, that Jay was supposed to come on with him. I thought that's what Tony said preseason. So if he didn't, it's probably
He might have.
health stuff.
But I thought that was last year. They had like one game because they kept like it would be, Brad Howe for a couple of the games, and then there was Meg Bolger that came on and did the secondary commentary with Tony for a little while. And then Jay came in back for one game of the year, and it was like a huge deal because like the whole broadcast was about his retirement from it. So I don't know. I would love if he did.
Like Brad on
I would
there,
love
though.
if he did. Me too.
Brad's great.
He does a really good job. I think
Brad's become kind of my favorite
him.
out of the three guys, just because I love all of his numbers and stuff that he brings.
Tony will always be my favorite, bro. Always.
Well, I mean broadcast wise, but I mean podcast wise, I like Brad.
I like Brad, but out of all of them, like I was telling them that, like, we've lost coaches, we've lost players, we've lost all the, whatever, athletic directors, but the one constant has always been in my lifetime has always been Tony. That's going to be a hard day whenever he steps down. It's just not going to be the same.
But the good thing, I think, that I've realized, the silver lining, is that hopefully it would be Andrew Caridi, and they sound just alike, dude. So I'm like, well, maybe I won't be able to tell that much of a difference. I know I still will,
Hopefully.
but at least it'll be close enough that I'll be like, it kind of sounds similar.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully, and also, I mean, Tony's still young enough. He's going to be doing this another, hopefully, 30-some years.
20 years or so,
30, 40 years, hopefully.
That'd be nice. He could do it for a while.
At least anywhere in the realm of 20 to 30. Yeah. And he enjoys doing it,
And I'm telling you, as much as because a lot of times, especially college basketball and college football season, I listen to a lot of other radio announcers, and Tony's the best, if not the very best.
Oh, yeah.
He's right up there, because some of them are not very good when you listen to other schools' radio broadcasts. So.
I mean, obviously, like anybody that's doing commentary like that, especially radio broadcasting like that, they're going to be biased for their team that they're broadcasting for in some ways. But I mean, in terms of professionalism, in terms of like how the game is conducted verbally through them, I really mean this. Like, it's my unbiased opinion by saying he is the most professional one that I have heard. Like, all the other ones to me just sound,
I agree,
I don't know, too high schoolish.
That's a good way to put it. All right, so we're back. West Virginia up 45-41 with the ball.
Ooh, money inside. Oh my gosh, come on.
Dang.
I like Eduardo, but that was boneheaded.
So they just showed Trey Orey checking in for BYU a little bit ago. Last year he dominated us. I think he had 24-9 or 24-10. So hopefully we don't see that start happening.
Yep. I have a shot there. Nope. Rebound Javon Small.
Javon with another board.
He might get a triple-double tonight if he keeps this up.
He's getting the assists up there for sure. Points
pass
coming
inside to
hopefully. Good job.
Andre got it. Let's go.
That's a good pass by Javon. Ed was in there real deep.
Yeah,
he worked deep in the paint there and then was able to finish it. 6-point lead again. I think our largest of the game's been 7. So. Oh, reverse layup?
Ooh. Nope, no good. Rebound Eduardo. Phone
All
going
right,
to bring
West
it
Virginia
up.
can take their biggest lead here. Oh, good move by Javon.
Yep, back in the corner.
Oh, wow.
KJ Tanner off the backboard. No.
That's ugly. That's a good
Yep.
good drive and kick by Javon. KJ just off on the shot. That's foul.
You got to stop with the ticky-tack hand checks, man. Like,
They're
it's
calling it every
unneeded.
time. Every time you
Yep.
put your hands on them, man.
Lord. Lisa
It
Tony is
sucks.
also a master of sarcasm. He is like Coach Huggins' level of snark. Yeah.
Yeah,
Man,
he is.
speaking of, man,
Tony's funny.
Huggins and Jay Jacobs' relationship, like
That
the way they
was-
went back and forth, man, that was one of the best things
The
about it
coaches
for me.
show, man. Oh, that would be great.
They did it during the game or like
the
after the
games.
games and the post-game shows too.
Yeah.
Bro, Jay Jacobs was funny as hell. Like, he told this girl one time, he was like talking about it in the game, but he was talking about this girl that had holes in her jeans. And he said he went up and gave her a $20 bill and told her to go buy herself some jeans since she couldn't afford them.
BYU misses another
straightaway
three,
three,
there, but
no
they got
good.
a long rebound. And they get it back. They'll have another chance at it. Looking to cut into that 6-point lead.
Oh, that's just a
and they'll
nice
get it.
offensive play. Are they going to get an and one here?
Yeah, they get a foul on it as well. That's Trey.
I mean, what's what's happening here? I mean, like,
too many opportunities.
I'm gonna
for
see
him
this
right there.
again.
We got to get a defensive rebound. And speak of the devil, that's Trey Ori, too, who we were just talking about, that checked into the game, hurt West Virginia last year. He's got a chance at a 3-point play right now. He's just a massive dude.
yeah, he's a big boy.
6 points and 4 rebounds so far in this one. Free throw makes it 7 for him, and it's a 3-point game. 7 offensive boards for BYU. That's what's hurting us a little bit. They're killing us on the glass this game.
Nice little
Ooh,
running
good
floater there.
I'll tell you one thing, man. KJ has a great floater.
He does.
When you're undersized, you got to have that element to your game, and he does a great job of it. Oh, back cut.
Nice backdoor cut, though. I cannot lie.
Yep. They beat us on the back cut. 3-point game again, 49-46. Mountaineers with the ball back. Tanner, Small, Yesfu, Andre, and Powell on the floor. Tanner misses the mid-range. BYU with the ball back in a one-possession game now.
Oh, they're going to give it to him if he wants it.
I
Did
think
not
that's
get
a
it.
little advised. They
Yeah.
probably don't want him to take that shot. West Virginia let him have that all game.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, nice little pass back. Yes,
Good
we're
job.
going to try to drive here, running floater. No. Rebound back out to Javon, though.
Kick it right there. Yes, sir.
Yep. I
There
seen it.
is.
Yep.
Good job. Extra pass. Right
It's all. I
there.
mean, it's almost like you can see the shots that are going to go in before they even take them. I mean, like
Yep.
you can look and see how they set up on the court.
You get those extra passes, get that rhythm shot for Yesfu, who knocks down a big-time 3 right there to make it a 6-point game again.
Yep.
Yesfu's up to 8. That might be an
Oh, that's
offensive
got to be a
foul.
charge. That's got to be a
They didn't call
charge.
anything on it. And then they
A
call it
travel?
walk. Wow, that's frustrating. I mean,
It's like
You
when
can't-
BYU.
you can't not
Oh
call
my
a charge
gosh,
or a
man.
block, or you got to charge one or the other right there, man. That's got to be something.
How do you drop a shoulder that fucking? Oh my gosh.
You got to call one or the other right there. Because then with him on the floor, that's why it's a travel, because Andre trips over Tenner, who's on the floor from the charge or block they didn't call. So then when Ed Andre gets the rebound, falls over Tenner, and of course it's a walk because he fell to the ground with the ball. So goes as a turnover for WVU in that sequence. Only their third of the game, but it is their second of the second half already. And another back cut. BYU scores on a back cut off the baseline inbounds. 52-48, West Virginia lead now. Next dead ball will be the under 12 timeout. Back in that zone.
Sincere back out.
Man,
How?
that was nowhere near. That was just bad pass.
It looked like he got tipped out by BYU though.
All right. Under 12 to go now. 52-48, West Virginia lead, but it'll be BYU ball. Let's do a stat update here. Getting close to being halfway through the second half here. Field goal percentage, 45 for the Mountaineers, 41 for BYU. BYU's hit 6 threes. West Virginia's hit the magic number, Stephen. 9 threes already for the Mountaineers. That's a good sign.
That is
So
a good
West
sign.
Virginia's 11-2 on the season coming into this game if they've hit at least 9 threes, and they've hit 9 in this one, so that's a good sign. West Virginia at 41% there from three-point range. BYU at 31. Rebounds, 28 for BYU to West Virginia's 19. That's where BYU's making up the ground in this game. 10 turnovers to BYU. West Virginia up to 4 turnovers now after that last pass before the break. Had 1 in the first half. They've had 3 here in the second half.
You kind of expected that, but man.
Yeah, you couldn't stay. I mean, you can't have 1 turnover all game. Unfortunately, I wish we could.
I mean, I'm trying not to view it in that light, but I swear it just seems like they're allowed to play with so much more physicality than what we're allowed to play with. I mean, we barely even.
Part of it, I think, is our reputation precedes us, and that's what hurts us. I think, is the officials are ready to blow the whistle on us because they think this is a tenacious defensive team or whatever. They're going to foul a lot, and they have that in their mind, already going into the game. Which they shouldn't, but
Yeah. Lord Almighty.
let's see that's a good point there. Trey's worried about the foul situation. Foul trouble, not too bad thus far. Toby has 3. KJ Tender has 2. Everyone else that you have only has 1. So thus far we're okay. Still a lot of game left, so it could go that way if they start calling it too tight for sure. Javon Small's at 7 points and 7 assists right now. For the Javon update there.
How many rebounds?
Was it 3? I think. Yes, 3 rebounds.
Just 3? I thought you had more than that.
I did too. All right. Let's go Mountaineers. Let's close this thing out. It's be one of those that keeps your heart racing down the stretch, guys. WVU 4-6 on threes this half. That's definitely positive.
It is positive in some ways.
If you can keep it going.
I was gonna say if you can keep it going, it's the droughts that we get in that make it look so bad and lopsided at times.
All right, so BYU down 4, 52-48. Under 12 to go in the game. See what they've got drawn up here out of the timeout.
On-ball pressure is tight for WVU's defense right now.
Defense early in the shot clock. If they got it down under 10 seconds, BYU's going to have to put something up here. 4 seconds on the clock. They got a good look.
Got it. Man.
West Virginia played great defense for about 28 seconds of the 30 on the shot clock, but collapse on the drive and has a man wide open on the kick. Knocks it home. 1-point game again.
BYU just not going away.
Hansberry with a good look.
Yep, got it.
Got it. West Virginia back up 3, 54-51. Yeah, I think it's going to be back and forth the whole way, it seems like. We cannot get pulled away from them. BYU driving. Man, that's...
Oh, got a good screen there.
Trey Ore down there is so big that I can't get around him when they go around that back cut around him, man. 54-53. West Virginia up 1. BYU answers again. Coming up on 10 minutes to go in the game.
Nice shot for Javon. Ooh, got fouled though, didn't he?
Yeah. Should be 3 shots for Javon. About got it to go. Could have been a 4-point play. I think it was a 3. Did they call it one? Yeah, I see the official holding up the 3 fingers there. It's going to be 3 free throws for Javon, who's usually a really good free throw shooter. Let me knock on some wood. Don't want to hit him with the old jinx. Can make this a 2-possession game if he knocks them all down. Got a good chance to have a double-double in this one.
Next first one.
All right, come on, Javon. Ah.
Oh.
I did it. I jinxed him. I'm sorry. Sorry, he'll hit the third one. I got faith in him. Never doubted him.
Yeah, if Cruz wouldn't have said anything, he'd have made all 3.
Yep. You can blame me. Blame me for the miss.
That darn Cruz.
The old jinx. 56-53 lead for the Mountaineers. Oh, they might have a steal.
Oh, West Virginia ball. Oh, wow, they're going to leave it with
Like it was
BYU.
off the BYU guy, but Buck Harris is out there hustling. You saw him smacking the floor out there on defense on that possession. Nearly comes up with the steal.
Ooh.
Like to see Buck back out on the floor right there. He's going to cause some havoc here.
Absolutely. Darren DeVries over there getting the crowd into it too.
$15 on the shot clock for BYU.
Gonna have a shot.
Tough
Got it.
3.
Man.
That's good
That
defense.
ties the game 56 up.
contested. Hand in the face, and he still knocks it home. 56-56. Did they call the foul on that one?
Did they?
Yep. They called the foul. Good job by Javon to draw that.
I almost wish they wouldn't have. Sincere had a shot in the corner there.
Yeah, it's good D right there, Toby. Maybe a second late by Toby, but I mean, he had the hand up on him. It's a good shot. All right, West Virginia with 20 seconds on the shot clock here after the foul. Tie game now.
Sincere going to drive it here, spinning shot. Wow, what a shot. Sincere Harris.
Sincere, when he put that up, that was one of those where you're like, no. Yes, okay. Because he spun around 360.
Oh, look at him. He's fired up right now, smacking the floor
Buck
again.
Harris smacking the floor out there on defense. Deep shot.
Howard can shot? No. Oh, I was surprised they didn't call it out of bounds.
I thought I'd say it hit the top of the backboard, looked like.
Yeah.
All right, West Virginia up 2 with the ball. About just over 8 minutes.
Monty had a shot there if they could have got.
Got 10 seconds on the shot clock. Got a high ball screen with Amani and Javon here. Kick.
Monty for a shot. Nope.
Good play there on the screen and pop to Amani. Just couldn't get it to go.
Oh, BYU outlet.
BYU with the ball down 2 here. Be at the under 8 timeout here shortly.
Amani keeps giving him that shot too. He's like, go ahead.
Take it again. We dare you. Good defense,
Shot in the
but
corner,
another
no.
offensive rebound for BYU.
Another good shot in the wing.
Another
No.
offensive rebound.
Another offensive rebound.
Yes.
All right.
West Virginia with 3 stops right there.
Yep.
They gave up 2 offensive boards. Great defense, but got to get on that glass, man. Got to get on that glass.
West Virginia kind of going by the bend don't break mentality right now. They're letting them get within, tying it up, and then they tighten the grip down on defense.
I'll tell you, that layup by Sincere right there just makes me laugh. Whew. It's a complete 360 spin around right there in the paint. But hey, he got it to go. So
Yeah, no doubt.
all right, guys. So under 8
You got to
minutes
think he
go.
planned it, right?
Yeah,
He
just like
planned it from the jump.
So we're 7:53 to go. When we come back, West Virginia will have the ball up 58-56. It's going to be one of those that's going to have me sitting on the edge of my seat here down the stretch. Yeah, you're right, Trey. That's been the story of the conference games thus far. They've all pretty much been close. It's all been like this for the most part. That's right, guys. Get loud. Get behind them. It's time.
Gosh.
Gotta have a final good stretch here in these final 8 minutes. Try and get this win.
Speaking of stretch, I got to stretch out.
That's what I'm doing. I'm out here stretching my legs.
I got
Looks
a
like
muscle in
Auburn's
my
pulled
back
away
that's
from
been
Vandy.
so sore the past few days, man. It's so tight. I can't barely move
Cold
without
weather,
hurt.
man. Cold weather be killing my joints the older I get.
That, and for the past month, this whole semester, I've been bent over in this position writing.
Yeah.
And
I'll
so
give
it's
you
it's created a
The
crick in
old
my
Arthur.
neck back
You'll
here.
have the old Arthur in your wrists and knuckles and all that.
Yeah. Yeah. Eric said we don't have the depth to blow anyone out. That is very a glaring
That's a good
issue. But it also these teams everybody's just so competitive in this league.
It is
I think the one
58-56 WVU Wild, man.
Yeah, 58-56.
West Virginia up 2.
I think Houston's been the only one that has really shown that they're above pretty much everybody in the conference, in my opinion.
To me, they're the best team in the conference.
I think they're the best team in the country.
They're up there. Yeah, I was going to say they might be. Yeah, they're definitely in contention for sure.
Yeah.
And they're a bad matchup for West Virginia too, which is what I don't like about it.
What is his name, Cruz?
That's a good question, Steven. I don't know. That's Tom. That's Tom. Last name.
Tom.
All right, let's go, boys. Need a bucket here. Feel a little bit more comfortable with the 2-possession lead if you can get a score here.
Ow.
Come on, Buck. Oh, good feed.
Ooh, nice little pass there. Nice.
I don't know how he got that in there, but that was a great pass.
Good
by
pass
Buck.
and finish, I'll tell you.
Yeah, good finish by Hansberry as well. West Virginia up 60-56, 4 points lead for the Mountaineers here. They're going a little full court pressure. A little full court press here. Oh, that's an offensive foul.
I was going to say, man, the amount of shoulder checks that they've gotten away with this
They
game
didn't call
is
it,
unreal.
though, but he pushed off on Sincere. He doesn't like Sincere up in his grill, I can tell you that much.
Sincere ain't letting him have nothing.
Yep, and he misses the shot. Good defense right there by Buck. West Virginia with
Let's
the
go.
ball back up 4. Let's go. Come on, let's try and get this. Let's get this up to a 6-point lead again. Powell, they're trying to get the ball to Small. Harry's finally got it to him.
Ooh,
Good look.
nice.
Good pass.
Nice.
Good pass by
Let's
Javon.
go.
That might put him at 10 assists. That might be close to a double-double. I think that's either 9 or 10 assists for Javon now. West Virginia up 6 with
BYU
just
gonna call
over 6
timeout.
minutes left.
Crowd's into it, too. Let's go.
Yep, and that's 9 assists for Javon. He's at 9 points, 9 assists right now. Hansberry knocks down the jumper. Good stuff. Mountaineers up 6.
Got faith in you, Eric. He said this game's going to be stressful. I took the game under. He said WVU minus 2.5. Still need Javon to hit a 3. I think Javon will get that 3.
Yeah, he should hit one. What was the over under on the total? What Trey said 135.
135, okay.
What are we at right now? 118. Yeah, be close. Be close. It's 135.
If it was a score I predicted, then no.
He got it under. He got under
It's gonna be-
135 and a half. It'll be close. It'll be close.
130. Okay.
West Virginia balanced scoring right now. I got it pulled up where I was looking at Javon's numbers, where he's at 9-9. You got 9 from Javon. You got 8 from Hansberry, 8 from Yesufu, 7 from Harris. Then you got 11 from Powell and 12 from Oconee. And that's the type of scoring West Virginia needs when teams are really keen on Javon like they have been. Let Javon distribute. 9 assists in this one, and as long as your other guys are hitting, you can still find ways to win the game.
Yeah. That's the thing, man. West Virginia's got players that can get hot at any given moment. The women are down by 7 right now to Baylor. 31-24, they just showed it.
Yeah, I agree that we got guys that can't score. Our problem was in the little lull we had this season was that everybody just went cold all at the same time, which you never expect that to happen.
Well, the start of that was it started right after that Iowa State game. And that next game, I think it was like 4 guys on the team had the flu. So, I mean, that definitely took a toll on them for at least 1 or 2 games. Because even like when you got the flu, it's obviously hard. But even those games that you got to play right after you getting over the flu, I mean, if anybody has ever had it, like there's a hangover delay to it.
100%, Eric. He said we'll be crazy next year, and the bench will be deep. We were talking about that a little bit in our Almost Heaven hangout stream for this month, that 3 McDonald's All-Americans coming in, plus the guys you're returning.
4 stars.
Yep. 3 4-stars. One of them may end up as a 5-star before it's all said and done. And all 3 McDonald's All-Americans. So, yeah, it's going to be crazy.
Actually just looking at it last night, West Virginia's got as it sits right now for next year, and we've only got 3 recruits in the class. We're number 25 in the country right now.
Big time.
So if one of those guys gets bumped up to a 5-star, that automatically puts you in the top 10 with just 3 recruits sitting on your board.
All right, West Virginia looking to lock down here. They've held BYU scoreless the last 3.5 minutes.
Oh
they
my
got
gosh!
the foul
How did
right
they get
there,
that
and
to
he
fall?
got it to go. They gave him the and one. Tough runner. I don't know about that, man. That's,
See, that's what makes me so frustrated that they get away with all these shoulder checks, and then you barely even touch the guy's jersey, and it's a foul.
He's just trying to recover, get back into play, and call it a foul. I don't know. And then he hits the free throw, and back to a 1-possession game again, just like that. 3-point game. BYU showing some pressure here. 62-59. Right. Sincere
why would you go back?
Over.
Why would you go back to him? Sincere, come on, dude.
Sincere turned it over, and he's going to get a call for a foul.
Oh, my gosh.
Come on, Sincere. You should have just kept that ball. Sincere with a little bit of a lackadaisical pass right there. West Virginia trying to.
I don't know what he was thinking there.
I mean, well, because that's the only guy there is the one guarding Javon. I guess he thought
even
maybe
still,
no one was
take it
left.
over the timeline, let Javon get up there with you before you hand it back to him.
I think he thought nobody was there. It's the only thing I can think, because I don't think he would have made that.
Man, that's frustrating.
Especially not the way that he made it without even looking. I think he thought BYU ran back down court, didn't realize one guy stayed with Javon. It's the only way I can make sense of it. All right. BYU can cut this to a 1-point game or a 2-point game. It's 1-1 here. Got the first one. He'll get the second one. BYU's in the bonus, and they only have 3 fouls, so West Virginia a good bit away from the bonus themselves. He does miss the second one.
Misses the second one? Oh, yeah, good job, Amani.
Amani gets
Way
the
to hold
board.
on to it, too. There you go. Wait on somebody to come to you.
So West Virginia maintains the 2-point lead and has the ball. They're really trying to deny
I was going to say, they got Javon locked up, man.
Yep, and they're calling an offensive foul on Javon, trying to fight away from the. And Darren DeVries is fired up.
Yeah, as he should be, because my God, how many times did they get to? I'm going to stop because
they're face guarding Javon Small, denying him the basketball. Javon is just trying to fight through to get the ball, and they're calling an offensive foul on Javon there. That's bad. That's just not good. All right, BYU can tie it up or take a lead. They'll try and take the lead. And they'll do it.
Got it. Jesus.
63-62. BYU takes the 1-point lead after the big
WVU's got to take a
shot.
timeout here. Yeah.
And
Yep.
they will.
And that's
Yep.
exactly what they're going to do. Good
play.
job.
Good call, Steven. Yeah, terrible. We got WTFs in the chat here, Trey and AO Truth, and I'm right there with you, man. I don't know. To me, if they're going to call foul, I thought when I heard the whistle blow, it was going to be a foul on the guy face guarding Javon. I don't know. I don't know what they expect Javon to do, man. I mean, you're just trying to fight away from the guy upon you to get the ball. I mean,
it's hard to not view things in a certain light when you see stuff like that happen. I mean, there's been 3 different occurrences in this game where they have shoulder checked the hell out of our guys, and there's been no calls. They even went to the replay monitor on one of them to review the damn thing and still didn't get a call when the guy blatantly dropped his shoulder into Sincere Harris.
Yep.
Another one, guy drops his shoulder down at least a foot down to the ground to drive it into the chest of the defensive player, and they still don't get a call. And you're allowed to just, I don't know. That's horse, in my opinion.
I mean, I don't understand. I just don't get it. Because I guarantee you, if that's Sincere Harris guarding one of their players like that, that call is going to be called on Sincere Harris.
Exactly.
Instead, they call it an offensive player on us.
Exactly. Even still, look at him. I mean, up in Javon's face.
Yeah, they're trying not to let him get the ball, but man, I mean, at some point, when they're bumping him, you got to call something. But I guess I should shut up.
I mean, if I'm Javon,
they called it on him. So
yeah, I was going to say, man, I was about to say if I'm
tough reverse layup attempt by Oconee, no good.
That's just trying to force it. If you're Oconee there,
BYU with the ball, they're up 1 under 5 minutes to go. They got a back cut.
And they got it.
They've been back cutting West Virginia hard this half. It's probably about 5 buckets off back cuts this half, I'd say. BYU's up 3, 65-62.
I mean, this dude he's within an inch of Javon the whole damn way.
Yeah, they're not letting Javon Small touch the basketball at all. Yes, Fu to tie. Can't get it to go.
On the floor against BYU,
though. Finally, got one. Come on, swing it. I should have passed it, man.
Yep. Oh,
good job, Joe.
One, let's go.
Joe Yesfu finishes, and he gets the and one. West Virginia can tie it up at the free throw line. Good job, Joe. Yeah. I'm telling you what, man. I never would have expected. What I knew about Yesfu was he could shoot, but the way that he attacks the basket at his size is so impressive because he's so strong to be able to finish.
Yep. And he's one of those key pieces that we're going to have next year. Hopefully. Fingers crossed.
He's got 10 points tonight.
Right. He's a junior, I think.
Yes. Got the roll.
Yeah, let's go.
Tie it up. Good. I should probably check that and see. I can check our roster. I'll pull it up momentarily.
That's right, Sincere. Don't give him nothing. 9 lead changes tonight. Biggest lead is still WVU at 7.
Come on, D.
That's what I like to see. West Virginia responds by not giving them an inch. Let's go.
Great defense here. They've got them forced way out on the
4
perimeter.
seconds left.
They're going to have to pull up a deep three.
Force a shot.
Oh, my God. He hit it.
My Lord almighty.
That's an incredible shot. I mean, that's literally, you got him forced out near the logo. He puts it up over top of 2 people and just hits it, man. I mean, can't do anything about that. It's his first 3 he's hit in the game, too. He was over 3 prior to that shot. BYU up 3.
Honestly, it might gas this dude out playing against Javon, so I'd run his ass all over that floor.
Javon finally got the ball in his hands here. Kicks to Jonathan Powell to tie
Jonathan Powell. Nope. Rebound, Toby.
Let's go, Toby.
Let's go, Toby Oconee.
Toby Oconee with an offensive board and a putback. West Virginia down 1.
Yep. 3:05 left in the game. In regulation, anyway.
Nah, Yesfu's a senior, actually.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yep.
Well, never mind.
All right, come on now. Come on, D. We need to stop here.
All right.
Oh, he's got the ball. He picked
Mindful
it up.
there.
Get
I
up
was
on
gonna
it. 4 seconds on the shot clock. He's out at half court. He's going to put up
3,
another long
2.
one. He's going to have to.
Gonna
He didn't
drive
see
it.
it. He never saw
Jump
it.
ball?
No, he never saw
No,
it.
they're gonna call shot clock violation. All right.
Yep. He
Finally.
never saw the shot clock. He was trying to
Man,
get
the
to
way he
rim.
grabbed that ball at the end of that, I thought they were about to call a ticky-tack reach-in foul again.
What I'm liking though, I know he hit this impressive shot right there. I mean, he's fading like Michael Jordan.
I mean, that's what that kid's good at. I mean,
But it's great defense by WVU, and they're not going to hit that shot down the stretch. West Virginia's playing
Right.
back-to-back possessions with good defense like that. If West Virginia keeps that up for these final 2 minutes, they should win this basketball game if they make BYU have tough possessions like that.
One thing that's truly impressive for this team overall is the amount of adversity that they face, not only like throughout the season, yes, but I mean like in each and every game. It's like obviously in this game, you know, they just keep on battling. They keep on battling, man.
Yep.
The resiliency
100%.
that they show
And
is
shout out to BYU
it's
too.
crazy.
Same thing for them, man.
Yeah, I mean they're the enemy today, but it's no, you know, I've been very vocal about that. I'm still a fan of BYU. I do. Not so much for Utah, but I will say that their coach, he earned a little bit of my respect the other day when we beat him because he was talking highly of our atmosphere. That was pretty cool.
That was nice of him. All right, guys. Commercial break. 2.5 minutes to go. West Virginia down 1. But we'll have the basketball with a chance to take the lead. And if I don't say so myself, with about 2.5 minutes left to go, this is usually when we get that Javon Small takeover time. BYU's doing a great job trying to keep the basketball out of his hands, but if he gets it in his hands, he's going to make a play.
Trey said my buddy is a Mormon BYU fan. We can't lose this because I've crap talked him all day.
Hey,
I hear you,
for
man.
your sake, hopefully
I
they
hear
pull
you,
it
buddy.
off, Trey.
I hope so, man.
I'm hoping so. It's got me nervous over here, I'll tell you that much. But I like that the fact that we've never done a WVU basketball watch along. The first time we do, it's a game that's going to come down
It's
to
a
the
game
wire.
that's like this. I mean, it was like that in
fitting.
football too. The first game we did came down to the wire.
It's fitting.
Eric Flowers says these refs should be petitioned. I know coach is a no excuse guy, but this game has been ridiculous. I agree, man. I've been saying that for a long time, that I think, you know, players and coaches get interviewed after games. Why the hell don't refs have to be interviewed after games on what calls they made and didn't make throughout the games, and on why they made them at specific times against certain teams and not for other teams? I mean, there really should be accountability on that side of the fence, in my opinion. I just don't understand why in this day and age, on how many controversial calls in every sport that you watch, that's not a thing that, you know, we've decided to do. And it continues to get worse in every sport. It's always going to be the controversy on why, you know, refs call certain calls. But I don't think it's ever going to get fixed unless you start having accountability. And I mean, they act like you're not allowed to even talk about the refs without getting fined or anything. It's horseshit.
That's the way you can fix it, is accountability and consistency. That's two things
That's
you need
exactly
that you
right.
don't have. All right, back to it, guys. West Virginia with the ball here.
.239 left. Let's go.
See, I mean, with the way they're guarding Javon, denying him, I almost wonder if we should let him bring the ball up the court.
Ooh, they got it there to him
Put
now.
him on a back cut.
Back to Oconee.
They're doubling him.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that opens it up for everybody else. Let's go.
Swing it one more time. There
Swing
it is.
Yep. Please go.
Ah.
Oh,
We got the rebound.
let's go, Toby. Let's go, Toby
O'Conee is making
Oconee.
plays in this
Let's
game.
go,
guys.
Toby Oconee.
This is a big Toby
let's go.
Oconee game right now, and he just
Oh,
gave West
man.
Virginia the lead with a big-time hustle
up.
play
I gotta set
to
up.
get the loose ball and then score. Come on, guys. Now we need to stop. West Virginia's up 1 with 2 minutes to go.
Wrong level, Kronk.
West Virginia's played good defense the past few possessions. They're playing good defense thus far on this one. That's a tough
Yep.
3.
Tough shot. Nope, not going to go. Offensive board
Misses
again.
it, but they get the rebound. They've been killing West Virginia on the glass in this game. They're going to have another possession because of it.
man.
Lock them down one more
Setting
time.
up the top of the
Mountaineers.
perimeter. A minute 36 left to go.
Trying to drive on Toby. Toby with good defense. Good defense by Toby.
Great
Forces
defense.
the miss.
Yep.
Oh, good rebound.
Rebound
Huff.
Sincere Harris.
Let's go.
Minute
West
25
Virginia
left. Javon Small's going to
one.
bring it up.
Yes, and Javon has the ball in his hands. Under 90 seconds to go.
69-68.
To give
Sorry
it to Yesufu.
Sorry if you hear a struggling kid in the background. He is not happy to be getting out of the bath.
Let's go, Javon. Javon drives.
Javon got his
5
back to the
seconds on the
basket
shot
over
clock.
here.
We're not going to get it off.
Oh.
Turn it over.
You're going to get it.
Oh,
What are they
another
going to call
foul.
here? Transition
Foul on
fake?
I don't know what they just called. I didn't get to see what that call was. I know it's a foul on Toby, but man, Javon slid right there and then couldn't get the pass off. So they're reviewing it. That's is that 4 on Oconee?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Let me check the foul situation. Yeah, it's 4 on Oconee. Oconee with 4, Small with 3. It's the only foul trouble for West Virginia so far. I mean, that's a clean foul. I don't know what they're looking at. I guess they're trying to think it's maybe intentional, but I mean, he's just reaching for the ball, looked like to me. Got the arm, but he wasn't. It's not like a grab and hold situation. Intentional foul, in my opinion. If they call it that, though, it's gonna be really big and affect this game.
While they're reviewing, I'm going to go check on the kid real quick.
Go ahead, man. There's a big call here, guys, on this review, actually. Because if they call that an intentional foul, we're at a clear lane to the basket, clear lane foul, whatever they call it, that's going to hurt with less than a minute left in this game here. West Virginia's up 1, though. They have played good defense down the stretch, especially in this final 3 or 4 minutes. All right. Still reviewing. But if they keep this just a regular foul, it's going to be 1-1, I think, for BYU, because we're still 1 foul away from the double bonus. So hopefully he misses and we can grab a board. But see what happens here. Common foul. Good
foul.
Call. Good call. Because, I think you can't let the game be decided on a foul like that when he's just clearly trying to reach for the ball. There's nothing malicious about it. So is this 1-1 or is it double bonus right now? Yes,
that's a good question. Good question.
Final 1-1. They're in the double bonus after this one. It'd be a great time for him to choke right about now. Final 58 seconds, guys. WVU's up 1, but BYU's at the line. Come on. You got it. We're all tied up.
That's for sure, Luke. It is a nail biter. Miss it.
For sure, Luke.
Come on, miss it. Igor.
You got it.
Got it.
BYU goes up 1 with 58 seconds to go. West Virginia needs a bucket.
I hear you, Trey, man. I between all games this year, my nails are already.
That's since I don't have no nails, yeah.
Keep biting them shorter and shorter every time I have a game.
All right, got the ball in Javon's hands here. See if we got something drawn up for him or what we do here.
Yep.
Like a high pick and roll with Amani and Javon.
You got to believe that the amount of
They got the
pressure
switch.
that they've let up here is due to that guy being gassed from guarding him so tight all that on
It's a good look.
second half.
Nope.
Oh, that was
a
good
great look that was halfway down for Joe Yesufu. Now you got about a 6-second difference here. I don't know if you want to foul or not. 6-7 second difference here. BYU can run this down under 10 seconds if you don't foul. You're down 1. Man, that was a great look at a 3 from Yesufu, and it was halfway down.
Yep. Call a
BYU
foul
will
here
call a
against you.
timeout.
Okay, timeout. I thought it was a foul.
11 seconds on the shot clock, 18 seconds to go in the game. West Virginia's going to play it out and try and get a stop here. All right, guys. Gotta get a stop here and then gotta have a chance. Man, that was a good play by Javon. They got it the switch they wanted. He had the mismatch, drove and kick. Perfect look for Yesufu, who probably hits that shot 6, 7 out of 10 times. Just didn't hit it that time.
Still got a chance here, though, if you're WVU.
Try and avoid the foul as much as possible since you've let it run this late, because if you foul, it's double bonus. But you got to secure the rebound. That's where BYU's hurt you a lot in this game, is getting offensive rebounds. If you get the stop here, you got to get the rebound.
Yep. Tucker in there trying to get the team fired up.
Come on, D. Got to bring it right here on this possession. You know BYU is going to try and draw up something good, too. So fight through screens, be ready for whatever. Watch those back cuts they've been killing us with as well. Sideline inbounds. And go right back to the inbounder. 8 seconds on the shot clock now. 5 seconds.
Gonna get it into him. Running shot in the lane.
He scored it and got an and one.
Wow.
If he hits the free throw, that could be the ball game. That's the one thing you couldn't have happen if you were going to foul somebody. You couldn't give up an and one, because now a free throw makes it a 2-possession game with 9 seconds to go. West Virginia with great defense. I mean, I don't know. It feels like a couple times I've said it up until late in the shot clock and then give up a basket late, man. Just that they've been diving to the rim and they've been hitting those cutters. It's a bad thing about this BYU team. They've got a lot of good shooters. You got to guard them when they go 5 out, but then they hit you with those back cuts, and they've killed you with them tonight. And they got a 78% free throw shooter at the line to put them up 4 with 9 seconds to go. Got it. 73-69. West Virginia down to BYU with 9 seconds to go. Now you need a quick score, and you're going to have to foul. Hope for a miss at the line. But you got to score here first.
Lord Almighty.
Man, West Virginia, this game, it just seemed like they were going to pull away so many times, never could. It's been back and forth, and gosh, I mean, the bad thing is you played really great defense down the stretch. You had good looks, just couldn't get them to go. That's what's going to make this one tough if you lose it, is because it seems like they did the right things towards the end of the game. Great defense. Just that last possession right there, you give up that dive to the hoop. It kills you. But, I mean, you can't fault them for taking the 3-point shot the possession before. I mean, that was a great look. They had a good defensive strategy on Javon, too. Got to give that to them, the way they kept denying him the basketball. He's only gotten up 4 shots in this basketball game from the field. My camera battery just died. I'm going to switch it real quick.
Oh, yeah. I see the frozenness now. You can always tell his camera battery dies because he just has this like plain look on his face. And it cuts out.
All
yeah,
right.
them being able to lock down Javon Small like that for so long was.
Yeah, I mean, he just couldn't get the basketball. He only had, like I said, put up 4 shots in the whole game. So, got to get a quick shot here. Yesfu drives, puts it up, can't
Puts
get
it
it to
up,
go.
doesn't get
That'll
it.
do it.
BYU rebounds,
wins it.
Ball game.
73-69. Mountaineers fall. It's a big win for BYU. They
Might be a
needed it.
fight
They
on the
were
floor.
bubble.
They tried to go for tried to dunk the ball. I don't know who it was. He blocked the shit out of it, making sure he wasn't going to dunk it at the end there.
Tough loss there, man. I mean, that was a battle from wire to wire. And right there at the end, BYU just made a couple plays, and you didn't. They made the basket at the end. You missed the wide open 3, couldn't get it to go, and that's it, man. That's it. BYU goes to 7-6 in conference. West Virginia drops to 6-7. So I guess now the question is, Stephen, BYU was on the bubble. First 4 out, West Virginia was solidly in. Is West Virginia on the bubble? I mean, I think
I've considered us on the bubble for the better part of the last 10 games or so since we've
yeah, it's definitely right there at that.
not been able to hold stuff together. I mean, West Virginia's definitely going to have to find themselves offensively. I think we've continued to play great defense, but you're only going to be playing teams that are just as good offensively or better moving forward throughout the rest of this schedule. And even playing TCU, I mean, we've proven that we've got to bring our A game even against those guys, and that's the worst overall record that we have left to play on our schedule. So I don't know. It's really disheartening to see the amount of physicality that some teams are able to play with whenever we're playing them versus what we're allowed to play with, though. I'm not blaming the loss on that. I'm definitely
you still had a chance
definitely
to
know
win.
definitely know that we've got to play better and make better shots offensively. But man, oh man, that was there's more than a few calls in that game that should have been called a different way.
Good point. But in the end, 73-69 loss. West Virginia drops to 15-9 overall, 6-7 in the Big 12 conference. And I think it hurts a little bit more because, it's a home win you could have had. You need to try and win these ones at home down the stretch. But do a final stat update, then we'll just give our final thoughts before we wrap up, guys. But appreciate you guys sticking with us for this watch party. If you watched live or even if you tuned into this after on a playback, just be sure to hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't get a chance to watch live, throw your thoughts in the comments. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. May try and do some more basketball watch-along content throughout the end of the season if we can. We'll definitely try and do something for the bracket reveal and all of that good stuff. Although we're more football-centric, we do try and talk basketball some. As far as how this one ended up team stats-wise, field goals nearly even. 46 for BYU, 47 for West Virginia on the percentage there. WVU hits 9 threes, which had been the magic number all year. It's only their 3rd loss this season when hitting 9 threes in the game, but BYU managed to hit 10. They end up 35% from 3, West Virginia at 33. 16 free throw attempts for BYU to West Virginia 7. They shoot 81%, West Virginia shoots 85. The rebound, kind of a big difference in this game, I think. 35 for BYU versus 25 for West Virginia. And the Mountaineers just didn't do a good job taking care of the basketball in the second half as opposed to how they did in the first half. They still do win the turnover battle, but they had 6 in the second half after only having 1 at halftime. 12 turnovers for BYU versus 7 for the Mountaineers. And the fouls there, 15 called on WVU, 10 on BYU. Individually, the leading scorers for both teams, it ends up Denham for BYU, Igor Denham with 16 points there. Good shot down the stretch, especially that one late in the shot clock. That three-pointer ended up being a big one in this game. It was a very tough basket by him. For West Virginia, O'Connor finishes with 16 as well to lead the Mountaineers. He had 5 rebounds. Javon Small, 9 points, 9 assists. Jonathan Powell in double figures with 11. Joseph Yesfu in double figures with 11 as well. Final schedule for the Mountaineers, Stephen, now. After that loss to BYU, of course, next up is on the road at Baylor. Coming up this coming Saturday, that'll be on ESPN2. Then you got Cincy, back at home, also on ESPN2 on the 19th. Road games at Texas Tech, then back at home against TCU, then a road game, get another chance to play BYU, chance to play Utah, and then finish up the season at home against UCF. Final thoughts on this game, final thoughts on the remaining schedule, anything you got there, Stephen, as far as WVU Hoops is concerned here?
I think we'll be all right. I mean, this team plays with a lot of heart and a lot of intensity. These games are going to continue to be very close games throughout the remainder of this season and even going into the conference tournament. So, I mean, you really just, I don't know. It's hard pill to swallow, but I still have hope.
In your opinion, sitting at 15-9, 6-7 in conference, 7 games remaining, over the course of the final 7 games, how many does West Virginia need to win, you think, to probably, feel like they're safe as far as the tournament is concerned?
I'm going to say at least 5.
So you have to go 5-2 down this stretch, which is
I don't know, maybe 4. Maybe 4. But it depends on how some of those teams also do over the course of those games.
Especially if you get one of the bigger, like if you get a road win or if you could somehow maybe upset a Texas Tech, that would maybe be big if it's one of those. But yeah, I think if you can go 4-3 in these final 7 and then maybe, especially if you can win a Big 12 tournament game, get to 20 wins, I think you'd feel super comfortable about being in. But I think if you go 4-3 down the stretch, I'd feel pretty good at West Virginia with 19 wins in this conference. But we'll see.
Oh, well, I say 5 with Texas Tech being one of the losses. But if you can get 4 and Texas Tech is one of the wins, I think you're sitting pretty.
Yeah, that's a tall task. It's a tall task, but that means if we're thinking you need to win 4 of these, that means you're going to have to at least steal one of those on the road, because hopefully you'll be able to maintain your home court, which no guarantee, but let's hope you can win 3 home games and still 1 on the road there, and that's kind of how we're feeling about where things stand now after a tough loss tonight as far as tournament status is concerned. But appreciate you guys that are in here with us live. Couple comments here. Eric says they had the comfort of a deeper bench. Agreed. They did have a comfort of a deeper bench. Got a big and a 4 playing at 5, 2 starters out, and maybe 3 or 4 deep on the bench. Have to be conservative. Yeah, I mean it's just a testament to Darren DeVries that we're able to be in these games that we have been. But I think that's the positive sign of it, is that we'll continue to be in these games down the stretch, because he just does a great job of coaching and having us battle throughout these, no matter who the opponent is, unfortunately. And then Trey asked what the free throw totals were. Let me pull it back up. I think it was like 16-10, and then or maybe that was the foul total. Let me pull it back up one more time for you, Trey, before we wrap up here. The foul total, West Virginia had 15 fouls called to BYU's 10. Free throws, BYU shot 16, West Virginia shot 7. So a little bit of an advantage there for the Cougars. But despite some bad calls, West Virginia had a chance late, couldn't make the shot when it was there, and then couldn't get the stop when they needed it, unfortunately. But have plenty of chances to do so in these final 7, which we're hopefully get some more wins than losses across those final 7. But that's pretty much all I got, man. I guess we're ready to wrap this one up. Steven, anything you want to add here before we close up shop here?
Nah, man. Just dang, man. That was a tough one. It looked like we had the energy and we had the crowd into it. Man, I thought we were really going to pull it out there. So
I did too.
Hopeful for the future, though.
Yeah. Hey, shout out to BYU. They never stopped battling either. As Neil Brown would say, credit to them. They get the win here in a tough conference game. But West Virginia will bounce back, and I still feel confident saying I think this will be an NCAA tournament team. They just got to prove it to us over these final 7 games, and hopefully they do so. But we'll talk more about the basketball team and more about the football offseason in the near future, and look forward to getting a chance to chat with you guys again on another live stream. Enjoyed this one. That is, even though it's a loss, I do enjoy getting to do the stream, watch along streams with you guys. They make the losses a little bit more bearable when they do occur. But hopefully we see some more wins down the stretch. Shout out to Steven, being the great co-host he is as always. And, of course, you guys know I'm Jordan Cruz, and we'll hopefully do some more basketball content in the near future. I know we sound downtrodden, but, hey, we hate to take those losses, but we're taking this one on the chin, unfortunately, and hoping for better days down the stretch of the season as West Virginia tries to claw their way to the NCAA tournament, and we believe that they'll do that. But more positive days on the horizon for this basketball team, and we'll talk about those as they occur. Appreciate you guys being here for this live stream watch along. looking forward to the end of this Mountaineer basketball season and, of course, proceeding through this football offseason and getting up to spring football starting later this month. But appreciate you guys, and until next time, let's go Mountaineers.